How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening. Boys, how y'all doing? Welcome back. I still gotta go and fix that somehow. We'll just ignore it, right? We'll just ignore it for now. I'm just gonna cover it up with chat so I don't have to see it. And we'll pretend it's not there. Diablo 4 General Manager Rod Ferguson leaves Blizzard after 5 years. Wow. Is that good? That's probably not good, is it? It's probably not good. Oh yeah, this guy. Yeah, he's been around with Diablo folks for a while, hasn't he? Bro, I don't even play Diablo that much. Okay. This season, however, while waiting for 11.2, I really got back into it, and I've been having a blast. I haven't really played, since patch 11.2 started. But damn. Hopefully it's not a sign of bad things, but damn, when you have like people that have been around the game. You know what? Actually, I guess the question would be, how much was Rod Ferguson involved with Diablo? Because Diablo started off kind of good at first, and then it just had like crap first season, and then I'm pretty sure it was really mediocre up until that one season that me and you, Jake, played. Everybody said like it's just kind of bleh. It had some decent seasons, but it's really been like up and down, but mostly down, it feels like. At least as the community perception of it. So I don't know if this guy's been in charge of that. Maybe, some people departing, it's sad to see him go, but maybe it just wasn't a good fit. Right? Maybe he just belongs somewhere else or whatever. I've been seeing more PvP over the last 24 hours than I have from myself Twitter. Wait, what? I've been doing more PvP in the past 24. Yeah? Okay, yeah. How's that grind going, man? Hope it's doing good. Boys, let's get some duels in here. EU. Hope you guys are ready. First duels of 11.2. I'm hopping on right now. Dude, I spend quite a bit of time getting my ass kicked by Cabeza. I can do 8 minutes of that fight. But one little mistake at around 8-minute mark when I'm getting like tired. That's it. Gear is gonna make the fight so much easier. Because if I can cut down that like fight duration into like 4 minutes instead of 8 minutes, she's dead. It is over. It's literally like, and I have really crap gear from last season. I have like 658 atom level or even lower tier pieces on my Death Knight. I actually was getting quite a decent bit of a prog on that fight on Rogue too, but I just got to do way too much shutting out Rogue to keep up with all the images and mechanics. They gotta simplify my spec, dude. They gotta streamline the bitch. Otherwise, I think I play as subtlety just because I can like, okay, do mechanics now, do some damage in the dance window. Do mechanics now, do some damage in the dance window, and that might be easier. Hakaka's capture characters. Why are you trying? Are you trying to actually PvP, or are you gonna use that gear as PvE gear, or gear to play in PvE? Yeah, looks like Alliance is gonna be winning that Dell thing. Alrighty, I wasted enough time, boys. Let's get on this. Season 2 was the best season hands down. Then season 4, 5 was really good. And the season been good builder. Bro, all I remember, I don't know if season 2 was that good. All I remember is people trashing the game for like the first 4 seasons. And I wasn't even playing the game. I wasn't like involved in the game. I wasn't like super following Diablo. I just would hear from friends that would say this game is so freaking trash. That's all I would hear. I'll take your word. Maybe it was good. But like from everybody I talked to, pretty sure that game was on a dumpster up until like maybe it's the season before the Hellfire or whatever it was. I forget. Same amount is the same amount of power as Heart of Fear, normal, and stats are pretty good. Mastery heavy, so overloads on Chemi. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. You were trying to be competitive. Makes sense. Season 2 was a witch season. Season 2 was the witch season. Is the season everyone loved? Was it? I didn't play. I just heard bad stuff about Diablo. Up until it was the update where there was like Hellfire or whatever it was me and you were leveling through, right? It's the Helltides, until the Helltides update. I remember people being excited about that. Apparently that one's like pretty good. Alrighty, Johnny as well as Plush, let me know if you guys are good to go. Write me over in the what is it, Real ID. Write me a BNet real quick if you're good to go. Is Plush ready? Or are they looking for more? How are the groups doing? I'm not seeing anybody. Am I even online? I am. Good, good. Johnny, ready. Plush, ready. Alrighty, boys. First duels of the night. There it is, man. We were here. Why did my brand reach level 8? I don't even have a brand on this character. It said brand Bronzebeard gained 8,000 experience and reached level 8. In chat. It just gives me like a blue text. Brand gained certain amount of experience, and then yellow text saying brand Bronzebeard reached level 8. This character is not even in like War Within. What? Did they give brand free levels or something? Great, I'm on time. What's up, absolutely. Next season was Infernal Horde update, Giga W. The Infernal Hordes was a lot of fun. Like whatever season me and you played was really fun, dude. I scuffed up my Endario build really badly because I tried to make that tugboat thing work. I shouldn't have done that. But now I got myself the Giga Hydra build. I can teleport around the map within seconds, and I can pretty much one-shot bosses. It takes me a few seconds because I'm not going staff, I'm going one focus. But the Hydras melt things. I just need to wait there for like 2-3 seconds maybe at most. Rogue Rumble? Yeah, dude, Rogue Rumble. Oh wow, it is a Rogue Rumble. You're right. I didn't even look at the groups, man. Holy. Twitch. God, there's a lot of rogues, man. What is this? Yeah, somebody chat, M said Rogue Rumble. Rogues didn't even get any changes. You guys are all popping in on classic. Got like nothing reworked. Just got buffed up. I guess we'll find out if they're any good. Over for the team 1, we got ourselves Elo, another class that didn't really get a lot of changes. I like the little switch up on your mog though. I like the shoulders. Like the whole Koreshi shoulders. And they got that outline like Legion. Ah, I'm a sucker. You see how the spike it has an outline? Legion gear has a lot of that. I'm a sucker for that. I don't know why, dude. I'm a sim for Legion. FK9. What is his name? I like the look though. What the hell? Saya immediately hit that man with a Hodge. As he goes in for a Shadow Strike, trigger for the rogue, Blaze protection for Saya as FK9 try to see if he can get FK out of here. Coloca shadows to follow, got him some blades and everything. Saya tried to see if he catch up. Rogue got the sprint. He's got himself the juice. Look at him go, dude. Got himself a meld on top of it just to make sure he gets himself reset. Opening up with the Shadow Strike just opens it for a Hodge them. Saya, Shield of Endless to follow. Gets on for a second. Blind for the rogue. Looking to escape before Dawnlight hits him. Didn't Pallies also get buffed up all across the board too, by the way? Didn't the Red Pally get beefed up all across the board? I'm pretty sure they did. Full wake of Ashes, Dawnlight, everything down. Halt, Saya hit with a Hodge or Kid Shot for a second. FK9, I think it's just FK done for the cow, dude. Leo gonna be up next. The Frost DK, the big rework. It is finally here. We did it! And full first aid for Saya, trying to give him as much of an auto duel. Over for this team, we also got ourselves Kenneman back. We got ourselves Natty as an evoker. And we got ourselves, I guess I would introduce Alo, didn't I? Over for the team Saya, we also have Gorers in the back. Stand by all over these rogues, man. Just waiting it out. Gonna be opener by Leo into a Hodge, but I think it was IBF immediately. Full burst on Saya. Got himself the Riders. Saya taking a lot of damage. Blinds us immediately. Trying to see if he can back the hell out of here. But it's gonna be Leo just chasing after him on his own mount. Gripping back in. Saya has nowhere to go. Leo has to follow. But I think he's gonna be able to burn through it very quickly. Shield of it is barely holding on. Massive crits continue just to hit spike up Saya over and over. Leo's out for blood, man. Leo is out and trying to see if he can add Saya right then and there. Bulba's still ready for Saya. In case he needs it, does use Dawnlight in order just to make sure he got himself plenty of survivability. Trick it out of Leo. Dome down for a second. Saya getting super low on health. Got himself wings with the Wake of Ashes very soon. I don't know. Leo's actually melting with the Dawnlight. He's got himself a little bit. Oh no, I think he stole Dawnlight heal from Saya. I actually think he stole a Dawnlight heal from Saya. I don't know what else is healing him like permanently like that. That is crazy. He got himself a bit of a slow for Saya. Trying to see if he can get around it. Saya with the Consecration also got his own slow. Both does got the Death and Decay Consecration style slow. Ground slow. Hodge on Leo. He's gonna have to take damage to the face. No Wake of Ashes for Saya though, so you might have committed that Hodge a little too early. He's still got a bubble in case he used to. Get down, my buddy. What's up, Lightboy? How are you doing, man? Doing NA tomorrow. That is the plan right now, absolutely. That is the plan right now. Yes. My man named absolutely. Yes. That is the plan. Let's see how it goes. Hey, Arcane Mage is apparently cracked out, so I'm guessing maybe we'll see my boy Seabark. You know what I mean? I'm surprised we don't see a single Arcane Mage out here, because apparently they're just like popping people like balloon. Saya with a Hand of Freedom does get hit with a silence, full stun by the pets. That's going to be a bubble potentially. Does get out of this. Wake of Ashes to follow. Try to see if he can hold on to the bubble until later. Stun onto Leo. Try to see if he can reverse a lot of the damage. Does not fall out with another Tempest, unfortunately. Question is, can Leo recover here? He needs himself a little bit of healing. Got himself at least a little bit of damn with a death pack to follow to give himself more health to work with. Saya does not want to just pop a bubble and then see if he can end Leo. He wants to save it up until when he absolutely needs it. Dawnlight still burning through Leo, but that AMS keeping him nice and healthy. And right now, he just needs to find himself a good angle with Saya. Saya's out of mana completely, so it's not like this man can heal. If you force some damage on him, he'll definitely have to bubble this immediately. Leo get hit with a Hodge. IBF to follow. Got him some big damage. Saya might just have to bubble this. I don't know if you can run up to him and grip him. But Saya's just going to get out of here. Dawnlight looking for the full recovery while letting Leo melt behind the pillar. Blind out for Leo for a second with an AMS available. I don't know. I think Saya actually might potentially win this. Leo will have to really pull off a hell of a move because he's got to live through that bubble of Saya. He can't, unless he can kick it, which I think is the only thing he can really do. But I don't know if Saya has a single thing that can be countered as a castable spell. I don't think he is even running like Searing Glare, that like blinding attack. So I don't really know. Silence out for Leo. Does control some of Saya's damage and CC bubble out. AMS is available. Hodge, but actually absorbs it with an AMS. So Leo at least is not stunned, but he's still taking a lot of damage. He needs a lot of healing immediately, but Saya just cleaves him down, runs out of there. This is with a quick hit and run with Kenem going to be up next. I like his Mog. Look at that Arathi looking set, man. And then you got the weapon. Weapon kind of sort of matches. I think if you wanted to go for like a spear, that's the closest spear you could really get that could match. Bubble instantly out of Kenem, so he's just immediately blowing that massive defensive. So for Saya, he just got to find a way to run out of there. Bloodsucker Protection not available yet. Lay on Hands may be available already then. Lay on Hands might be available though. But I'm not 100%. Got himself a bit of that Wake of Ashes, big damage on the Kenem, and Kenem is actually melting, bubbled out immediately already. That's going to be a Lay on Hands. Kenem is actually left with not a lot of cooldowns to work with. Saya could potentially just press the advantage. Stun, there's nothing Kenem can do, and it just lights, bubbling early, and throwing that big defensive away like that is what really set him behind. And there's just nothing he can do. Saya, let's take a save to make sure there's no stuns. Got himself Lay on Hands, and Natty's up next. Still playing the Augmentation Evoker. Needs to get a big knockup on the Saya. Big eruptions. Oh, the 1-2 punch does take him out. Oh my goodness. I actually think Saya had a Blessing of Spell Warden too. I don't know if it was up that quick. But damn. 1-2 punch out of the Aug Evoker. Will need something to get splashed. It's just going to go for immunity. Was able to dodge a cheap shot. But that immune at least helped him out a little bit. Trying to get himself an angle. Let's try to see if he can avoid him. It's going to be a Fire Breath. You definitely got to make sure to get a claw on the guy at least once to slow him down. Just to make sure you constantly have him like in combat. It is going to catch himself a reset sap. Wall was up for Natty. Does still have a trinket in case he needs to. Does burn it. Gotta go for a little bit of recovery here. Wall is available. Armor is up. Shield is available. Is actually just gonna rush away from Plus, but I actually don't know if he wants to run away. He's gonna go picking up the eye. If you are picking up the eye, you gotta find the rogue immediately. You gotta find him. You know he's gonna be around one of these pillars. You could potentially do the root thing around the corner. I think he's aware of where the rogue is at. You could do the root thing. Unless he doesn't have a cooldown for it. Does get himself a couple instas though. The instas to put the rogue on the map, however, is pretty good. Definitely needs to make sure you got himself a defensive before the rogue goes in for a sapperoo. Immunes it. Hey, that's a hell of a defensive. Can you immune while CC'd? I don't think you can, right? Where's the place? Where is a place? A place is whatever you want to call it, my guy. What's up, Void? How you doing, my man? Ooh, what? I feel like that Evoker root should have connected. Blizzard, hello? I actually think Natty should have been able to get Plus out in the open. He literally was right in the middle of it. Natty tried to see if he can get the hell as well out of dodge, but just not a lot of health. The rogue can chase. Small shield, barely going to keep you alive. Got yourself that nice proc for an upheaval. Maybe you can go for a stun with a deep breath. That's about all you can really do if you have it. Oh, wait, actually, Plus is super low in health. Hold on a second. Just needs one good hit. Fire breath does not connect. Eruption, though. No, it doesn't quite connect. Natty's trying to see if he can back himself out of dodge, though. We'll need to pre-wall this. We'll need to pre-wall the rogue. The rogue is in. Cheap shot. Cannot pre-wall. That is unfortunate. He almost had it, too. She dead for a second. Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. Oh, Natty just lives. Oh, he's still alive. Immune. The rogue with the cloak. You got wall. You got to do something instantaneous. Instant damage. Whatever you got. I don't know what else you can do. Heal. Secret technique barely keeps you alive, though. What is this? How are you alive? How was this man alive? How was Natty alive, though, for so long? What in the hell? What is going on, man? Gonna be a stun onto Plus. Does have himself a trinket. Going full damage also Elo. Holy. I feel like Woker just needed one good hit. One, like if that fire breath connected, one good hit and it would have been over. Oh my god. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm like, geez, somebody's gotta win here, right? Does Zelda have Spectral Sight? That's the only way you really live this, even if you have Spectral. Darkness, trying to expect Plus to charge it, but ain't happening, man. Finally, a balanced rogue. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a statement said. I feel like that's something a rogue main would say is, oh, finally, a balanced rogue. A rogue main would say something like that. Can you still hit him? You can. Up in the air. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, Plus, dude, he almost had victory snatched from his little midst there twice, but still comes out on top. Thinking about top side is just stopping these boys, man. Unfortunate. Red Palette getting juice, man. How did Blizzard look at how good Red Palettes were last season? And we're like, all right, let's just inject like 30% more steroids into them. Yeah, let's just absolutely inject them with steroids. Let them walk into arenas, hit people with like either Dawn Light Melt or just hit them with like a 10 million hammer and just let them wipe people out. And the fact is you can just wield the tier, you'll be able to do a hammer into hammer. That'll be fun. That'll be real fun. And you'll be able to follow up directly. Like not even a break in between. That'll be amazing. Alright, let's get us another go in. Plush and Johnny, let me know when you both boys are ready. I also did not clean this out, did I? No, I did not. No, I did not clean out my audio because I'm really good and professional at my job. Wow. Okay, we'll find that at least. At least I found it. I found what I'm looking for. Ready, beautiful. Alrighty. Let's do Hook, I guess. I mean, Rogue in PvP is insane. Me and this Sim Rogue went back to back, cap and 2v forward with way too much ease. Yeah, subtlety. Wait, is it using the final version of subtlety? Oh, Johnny declined me. One guy relogging. Okay, sounds good. Let me know when you're good. Is it the final version of sub? Because at some point sub was like cracked out, like, where you could shadow strike, or I guess ambush, and you would teleport you. Cheap shot Garrotes and ambushes would just teleport you behind your target. You could just spam ambush until people died. But yeah. Another spec that was actually kind of surprisingly good was combat. Actually wasn't that bad for PvP. It wasn't well played, but it was pretty good. Was it pretty good with it, you know what I mean? Yeah, all three specs got TP. It's fun AF. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Hold on. No, what I'm asking is, okay, my question was, I guess I'll rephrase it really quickly. My question was, at some point throughout patches of Mob, rogues had that one cloak and dagger talent that allowed ambush, the rote and cheap shot to let them teleport. But for subtlety, because they have Shadow Dance, it allowed them during dance to continue teleporting. However, at some point Blizzard was like, shit, that's actually way too strong, that is not our intention, and then they gutted it completely. My question is, what kind of a build are we looking at with rogues in terms of like their tuning? Like, do we have the final build? Do we have like mid-tier build? Like, what are we talking about here? And I was just mentioning how during that time, three of them have teleport and everybody sheep check road. Question is, it wasn't that all three, actually none of the specs used it by the final patch. I was just wondering if there was if it was the same broken version as it was like during like, I don't even know what season, mid expansion version. I'm wondering what kind of version of the talent you guys got. By itself, the talent was dog. Like, it wasn't that good. But because Subtlety could use it during dance, it was OP. That's like the only spec that used it. Outside of this, you actually would run burst of speed, which they kept buffing over and over and over and over. But step was a little bit better because you could step kidney, step kick, but you could burst of speed stuff. Just fine. I'm sure that'll end up being a pretty good meta choice. It's just because the reason burst of speed really got, as soon as they dropped it down to 30 energy and made it clear all roots and movement speed effects, I mean, that became the best RBG build ever. And even in Arena, you could just remove roots and just run behind the pillar. It was kind of crazy. You could just outrun classes. Is an 80? Don't you get... What level do you unlock Shadow Dance? Ready? Beautiful. Plush ready? You started a duel. Johnny, Plush, yeah, Johnny had to swap a guy out. That's the only reason why I was out here yapping. How to get Taylor and Vipers, work order them. Oh, yeah, I probably should add the, let's go to Rogue, guide and add Mastery Fiber. Oh, I already have that. There we go. I just add that in. Beautiful. Fibers can be crafted with a work order. Beautiful. Shadow Dance is level 80? Really? That's a little high. Is that normal? Gotta be Toxie first up as an assassination versus Leo. Excellent. Oh, somebody's already excited for the duel. Just literally hearing an NPC say excellent. This is the matchup that I wanted to see. Outstanding. Yo, he's just cheering one of you boys on. I don't know which one. I imagine maybe just the duel itself. Toxic with a full king speed. Mad damage. Leo's just absolutely melting. Death Pact, AMS, everything. He's actually tucking tail and running. He's getting themselves out of dodge, getting away from this rogue ASAP. Full King's Bane was still rolling for a while. Leo with a blind, good healing off of this rogue, just carving a little bit of health off of the guy. Stop saying excellent over and over. Cheap shot by Toxie. I think Leo might just be done. Oh, dude, you buff up rogues. You just inject a bunch of damage into the spec, and they're just absolutely topping the charts here, baby. What is happening? FK 9-2. Wait, no Saya? Oh wait, no, there's Saya. Is this guy that switched over from rogue? I think that's what it is. Yeah, FK for playing against Saya is like, you know what? FK this. I'm just gonna play some Retribution Paladin. But I mean, that's a gorgeous mount, by the way. That thing looks great. But yeah, I mean, Pallies also did get juiced up. You have the Rose Quiver? You do. That's so weird that you could use a quiver as a non-hunter. Should that be allowed? Should that be legal? Cloaker Shot is out for Toxie as FK9 trying to see. Actually, no, not going to chase after him. Just basic protection trade. So for Toxie, that's at least one major button that he doesn't have to work with. Though the Pallies back up to full. And for Toxie, he needs healing. He needs health. He needs health. Oh, Lee. FK9 almost catching him. Do you have normal wings? Or do you have Wake of Ashes wings? I'm assuming he has Wake of Ashes wings, right? Full Kingsbane onto FK9. Does he bubble? He has to bubble. Does bubble this out? Does Toxie have an out here? He doesn't. He just kind of stuck floundering out in the middle of the arena. He's got him some cheap death, but it doesn't even matter. FK9 just hammers him down. Doesn't even matter at all. Even think twice about it whatsoever. Just taking the boy out. Poor man. Sap by Nesmershka onto FK9. As he got himself full gouge, shadow blades, flagellation, everything available. Actually, no blades yet. You chink at this? No, he doesn't. He's actually gonna wait it out. He's actually gonna wait it out. Oh, wait, I think this guy is playing normal wings, by the way. I don't think he's playing Wake of Ashes. I think he's playing straight up normal wings. And Nesmershka is melting. Actually just melting. Although it looks like it was just one Dawn Light, one stack of Dawn Light that caught him. So the duration wasn't the highest. Also, the fact that you could like sap this man from like another zip code. Kind of diabolical, not gonna lie. Cheap shot, queen shot rather, off of that gouge. Got himself at least a setup with the blades and everything. For Nesmershka, this potentially could be a big go. FK9 does not have a bubble, does get himself a quick downlight though. Layering hands in between of that. Nesmershka does get himself a reset. Eyes are available for either side, so FK9 wants to get in there. There could be an opportunity. Looks like some kind of a dot was still onto the rogue, however, taking him out of stealth. And he's trying to see if he can get himself back into the shadows, if possible. Gouge for a moment. Does he maybe go for a dance? Cheap shot off of that gouge. Potentially this could be his go. Does he end the cheap shot? Making sure those stuns are airtight. Yet another stun. FK now with a quick blind. Does get himself a little bit of healing. Shield of Vengeance with a stun on Nesmershka. Do you have a proper go here? Does get himself a final wreck and the Proca Wings. Oh my god. The Proca Wings is so perfect for him. And that's quite a bit of dot damage onto the rogue. Looking for a flash of light. Sab by the rogue. Does he still have dots? No, he's actually clean. Actually still pretty clean. Sap out onto 9. This is waiting out for the rogue. Nesmershka got himself everything, I think, at this point, right? Flagellation and blade should all be back up and available. FK9 does not have a human racial. He doesn't have bubble or anything. So it really is, I think, in the rogue's court. Getting the shot off of the gouge. Gives an opportunity to potentially make some damage happen. Got himself a bunch of those hidden blade procs back to back. Oh, and down. Goes the Paladino. Cheap shot onto the Evoker. Immediate trinket. Trying to see if he can get himself ammo bite. Flagellation is getting set up. Nesmershka just continuing the pressure. Momentum onto Nadim, who does use the trinket. Deep breath. Big damage onto Nesmershka. Is this enough though? Eruption 1-2. Ooh. The 1-2 with a couple of this eruptions. Time skip to follow. It's going to need a lot of healing. It's Goeris. Is he going to rush him? Or is he going to give him a second? No, he's actually going to give him a moment. A proper honor duel between two castles. Natty burning through a mana very, very quickly. The Evoker self-healing is absolutely abysmal, isn't it? It's pretty bad, ain't it? Does get a Shadow Crash. Double Shadow Crash, actually. 2 crashes around the corner. Guerrero is testing out the new talents for the Priest. Does get himself a Fate for a second. I think the Fire Breath, however, does connect. Big damage potential. Full Void Torrent. Massive output onto Natty. With a Silence right after him. Does get himself a Rift. I'm pretty sure there's a Rift under him. Or is he not a Rift build? I don't think he's a Rift build. I think he's Archon. No! He is an Archon. I didn't realize. He should still be able to bank up a couple of those big channels, however. He's got Fear very, very soon. He should be able to get a couple of those big Mind Flay Insanities, though. Haunt out onto Elo. I don't know if Goeris was able to fade it. Got himself the Defuse, not Defuse, a Vamp Embrace into a Fear onto that I-Beam, though. And that's a full meta. Full Void Torrent available. Does he have a big setup to follow? He may get a Disperse here, potentially. That's a lot of damage by Elo. Does try to go for a kick, does not connect for Goeris. That is an opportunity to get some casts off. No stun, no silence available versus Elo for a while. It's gonna have to go for Disperse here. Does get those Shadow Crashes and those Tentacles doing a lot of damage to Elo, however. Darkness down for a second. Fear very, very soon. Could go for a stun. He's actually gonna back up out of here. Actually, Elo is in a bad spot. Unless, yeah, first aid. Yeah, not happening. Dude, the Mortars from Shadow Crashes are gorgeous. Does fly up in the air. That's going to be a lot of damage for Elo, but that's also going to be a lot of damage that Goeris can do. Channel Void Torrent into a big array of Void Blast, but I don't know if he'll have much here versus Kenem. He definitely has to go for a stun, definitely has to go for a heal. Kenem, if he doesn't break out of his CC, he's going to wait it out for a second. I don't know if Goeris can do anything here. Yeah, as a Shadow Priest, there's just not much. Maybe you could try to go for a juke heal, but you have like no health. So don't blame me. Kenem with an immediate I was gonna say IBF. I guess it kind of does the same thing IBF does, right? It breaks you out of a stun, but it is a Blessing of Protection, not an IBF. I know my abilities. I'm sure I know my abilities. I definitely know my abilities. As he got himself a bit of that Shield of Vengeance, full Wake of Ashes to follow. Evasion out for plus. As he's kind of waiting out for Kenem, I think, defensively. Stun is going to put Plush in a bad spot, however. So if he's not careful, that Dawn Light, Cloak Shadow to follow. Plush is actually burning through those immunities, man. That magic immunity is the only thing that could potentially hold him toe-to-toe with Kenem. However, Kenem, what is your trinket situation? Because I see a trinket for Plush, but I don't see a trinket for you. I just see that Blood Elf racial. What is this man's doing? Somebody got to get this man's a trinket. Is he just going so like double DPS trinkets? I mean, I guess it's a paladin, right? You have a bubble, you have a bop, you have 2 outs to get out of CC just so you can crank damage. But I haven't seen that since like Warlord Dreader, dude. Trinket to follow for Plush, still dotted up in Dawnlight, and that's kind of still able to hit him from so far away. Yeah, I don't really know what can be done here by the Rogue, unless he can lock down Kenem, but still bubble available. He got a Dawnlight. Watch with that sippy cup. Last little bit, a bit of happy juice in order to keep himself alive. Kenem with a bubble, however. Trying to figure out why bubble, because that is very, very aggressive. That bubble is very aggressive, real aggressive. Got himself a little bit of that flash heal, but bubble being out now, I actually think for Bloods this is an opportunity. Blades, Blush is just gonna have to go in with everything. Make sure the stuns are locked down airtight. That's about all you can do. Maybe land a disarm at the end of all the stuns. That's about all you can do. But you can potentially make it happen here. Shadow Strike, no stun by Kenem. Congratulations, I think it's over. Shadow Blades, I think Flush has him. I think Flush has it. Shield of Vengeance in between of your stones. I don't know if he has some layered hands in between, but a massive eviscerate to follow. But it doesn't even matter. Gotta make sure those stones are airtight. You can't let him cast a spell in between those stones at all. You can't just greed out yet. Oh, let me just greed an election eviscerate. No. You cannot. You literally just gotta wait. Literally just gotta wait. Kenem has nothing though. I don't really know what he can do against Sai at this point. But bam. Yeah, Sai with a full stun, full Wake of Ashes. I think he just lights here. I don't really know what he could do in this situation. Slams, a bubble, a blind out for Kenem, but yeah. That's about it. Goers does pick up 2, by the way. That is really good. Shadow Priest looking kind of good, honestly. He did melt. Was it the Evoker he melted or the shit? Melted somebody. Did he go up against a Rogue and then into... He either went up against Evoker and then into Demon Hunter or Rogue Demon Hunter, but I don't remember. I need to go back and look at it. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Uno mas. Plush and Leo. Let me know when you boys are both ready. Johnny's ready. Some Plush gives me the go-ahead, man. We'll send it. We'll go into Toll Viron. And if you guys want to switch up the teams, get some variety, you're more than welcome to. I'll leave that up to your boys' discretion. Leave that up to your discretion. Also, don't we have like something coming up on the 20th of August, chat? Don't we have like a big reveal of Midnight real soon? You guys see the preview? Like somebody found on like the store how they're doing housing early access. Bro, I have to do it. As a YouTuber, I have to. But even if I wasn't doing YouTuber, I still shell out the money, bro. Dude, they know how to do everything. Like, they know what they're doing with it. It is disgusting. You know what I think they should do? I think they should make housing early access as just a pre-order bonus for any version. Because it's a big feature of this expansion. And this gives players like a foot through the door of getting the expansion. Pre-order bonus for every version, early housing. Not just for like the super extra special Timmy edition. That shit is gonna be wild. Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves FK92 with Kenem over in this team with Leo, Natty, and our pal are gonna be first up over for this team versus Goers. Goers not having to play into high dampening might actually be able to let the Shadow Priest shine here, especially in a massive arena that we have here. We got the Rogue Squad with Plush together with a Toxie as well, Nismirska. A little Toxie's kind of roaming, and we got Saya over in the back. Goers waiting out. Arpala charging in. Immediate stun. Goers with the PI. Full burst. Everything available. Arpala has to commit with full burst. Fade. Trying to see if he can dodge a Hodge. I think I was able to successfully do it. Fear by Goers. Tricking out for Arpala. It's going to get hit by this horrible back to back though. Might just hit a bubble this. Oh, lay on hands. How are you? The nerves of Seal to just be like, you know what? I'm fine. Lay on hands. Bubble now. All good. Master spell. Diabolical trigger to follow. Trying to see if you can get himself some damage. Do you have any more channels? If you have any more channels, Shadow Crash is going to cut into the dust. Champlain Sanity, dude, are brutal. That does a lot of damage into a full torrent. And Squares needs to go behind the pillar and just start healing, dude. Flash heal. Flash heal. Grab that flashlight and just start popping it on and off over and over and over and over. Holy. That was so good. I loved the lay on hands. I was thinking to myself, like, no shot, right? No shot. You just don't bubble that. I wouldn't trust myself, but Arpala did trust themselves. Shadowbase, however, got the juice. Especially if you play an Archon, that got the juice. Once you go for the Halo ability, and you got a couple of those Searing Mind Flaying Insanities, they do a lot of damage. It's going to be immediate dispersal versus for Guerreros, though. FK9, I think is it playing the actual on-use wings, or is it playing proc wings? I can't tell. I think he's actually playing normal wings. Guerreros take a lot of damage, though, however, so he's got to be very, very careful. Spell Warden, he's got to find a way to live. He can't do any damage to FK9 for now. He's just got to run and live. I don't know. Are you playing Evoker? You're playing, Devastate, what is it? Drakthir. You can knock him back. Oh, no. Does he live this? No. Unfortunate. I was thinking, like, I was trying to figure out Drakthir race. Like, I forgot what they're called. I was going to say Dragon. I guess I should have said Dragon. It's the same, right? But I was thinking, like, you could use the float ability, the glide. It actually gives you more movement speed than you would as a priest. And, like, that's what Rick does all the time on a Warlock. He just glides around. It's pretty good. It's actually really fast. And you can go for a knockback, too, as well. But, yeah, Nesbershka does get himself a bit of that resetting. And he's got FK9 right in front of him. Gouged for a moment into a flagellation. Kidney shot right after. Got himself full burst damage, everything available. Into his Shadow Blade secret technique. He doesn't have bubble anymore, so FK9 is actually might be out of luck. Oh, yeah, out of luck completely. Lay on hands, I think maybe was available, but I'm not 100%. Not 100%, but he did. Maybe actually not. Because he used the Spell Warden over to the Priest. He used the bubble as well. And that is everything. Kenim gonna be up next. Next Paladin, man, from one Pally into the next. Bro, I still yet to do the whole quest line with the Baron and all them in Arathi. I just didn't do it. I need to go do it just for the shoulders, man. Just for the shoulders. Blessing of protection for Kenim immediately. I don't really. I do find Kenim's uses of defenses a little dubious. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to call him out, but I felt like I gotta say something, man. Like, immediately, as soon as he gets hit with a kind of CC, he's like, immunity. Bloodsucker protection versus Rogue may not be that bad of a move. Honestly, what is happening? Huh? Is that because I question your use of, like, immunities? He decided to attack the rest of the team? I don't understand what is happening. But as Bershka, I mean, secret technique comes through. Kenan does go for a lay on hands. He's still got a bubble in case he ever needs one. As Bershka catching a quick reset. And look, even with like the weird usages of defenses, this Bershka is just absolutely paying the price for this man. Look at Shadow 7 to burn and try to see if he go behind the pillar. Still taking loads of damage from Kenan. Does have the cloak to at least stop the blind, but the physical damage still keeps going through. Cloak Shadows doesn't stop everything. Walking through consecration is a little bit unfortunate. Gonna be a bubble out of Kenan. This Bershka does not have an out, unfortunately. Unless Kenim doesn't have the bubble ignores immunity. Which maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't. I am not sure. I am not sure if he has the bubble ignores for Barons. But it's going to be Leo up next. He's got to go through a triple rogue squad with Saya. Question is, can he do it? Can Leo be the man to bring back victory over for the team 1? He might be able to do it. Big burst onto this Bershka as he pops a trinket. It doesn't even matter. Taking him out. I don't even know what he trinketed, to be honest. Was there a stun? Might have been a stun. What's up, Ricky's my man? We're having a good one. Gouge onto Leo as Toxie. Trying to see if he can get himself full setup. Immediate trinket. Human racial out for Leo. Got himself IBF to rotate as well. May need AMS on every defensive because it's going to be Toxie with full death mark. But no Kingsbane. No Kingsbane from what I can tell. Now there's Kingsbane. Leo under a ton of pressure. Troxy looking to end him right then and there. Just continue to even throw daggers at him just to build up the Kingsbane damage. That's back down for Leo. He needs to use everything to survive Lynchborn. Everything is being used just to see if he can live. Trying to see if he can turn the attention and the pressure back on Troxy. But he just got himself those knife throws back to back. Quick sap onto Natty. What is this sap? Were you like in subterfuge? I guess you were subterfuge. Cheap shot onto Natty. Technically, the rogue is real low. Maybe Natty brings it back, right? Double rogue in a pally is going to be the hardest matchup. I think the only way Natty gets himself a proper chance here is if everybody on Team 2 gives him an honor duel. If everybody on Team 2 decides, all right, I'll give Natty a proper opportunity for an honor duel, let him heal up at the very bare minimum, right? Before diving at him, that would help a lot. That would give the Evoker at least a standing chance here. Look at this, a standing ovation. Got himself a trinket, big knockup onto Toxic with the deep breath. One eruption. Oh, that 1-2-1-2 combo. Also, you still have time skip so you can get those cooldowns back really quickly. And it looks like Plush and Saya are both giving him an honor duel. One of them is trying to figure out who's going to be next. Natty may need to sit down for some mana or something. Yeah, if you got some mana, perfect. Perfect. Giving these dragon a chance for an honor duel is the only way they might even stand a chance. What's up, TK? Want to ask you what do you think about the new killing spree for PvP? I like the damage, but I like the old one better. I think I like the new killing spree because you can actually control your character full stop, and it's like really, really good. It builds you combo points, so it's resource generation. It is a longer cooldown, and it doesn't have a defensive component, but you can punch defenses while you're using it. I like it. I think generally it is better. Spellboard now for Saya. That's where Natty needs to go for immunity or fly away. It is going to try to see if he can fly, but Saya is running his tail. I think it just immune, right? Yep, just immunes it. You can see the animation, but he definitely does immune it. Not a lot of health available for Natty, however, but was able to survive the immunity of Saya. And Natty does have the 1-2-1-2 big one knockout punch combo, so maybe you can make something work with it. I don't know if you have any first aid. If you can get the Dawnlight off of you, you might be okay without a first aid. Saya. What is this man, dude? What is this thing, bro? What is this hitbox for this thing? Why is it so tiny? Is that normal? I don't think that's normal. Look at that. It's the same hitboxes, I guess. Saya literally switching out his aura so you can move faster while mounted. Bro is actually diabolical with it. Fire Breath out by Natty does get hit with a stun. Does pre-wall this, however, so it's going to be as much defense as an Evoker can get. Saya's just going to hit him with a Dawnlight knockup to follow. That's why Natty's going to back up out of the try to get some healing. Deep breath. I don't know if he's going to be able to connect with Saya. Does connect. Maybe an opportunity to make some damage happen. Bubble. Unless you can immune yourself. Does immune. But you have like no health. Saya just sees literally one global as soon as your immune falls off. Knockback blind. It's over. Cheat death. Yeah. Man. Bro, they gotta do something with evokers and self-healing and survivability, man. Like, there's gotta be at least a talent where you could like sacrifice some burst damage for a little bit of better livability or something. Like, it's actually like criminal how they just cannot heal themselves. Even if they're just spamming their own self-heal ability, it just does nothing. Let's get another one going here, boys, yeah? Also, Natty, have you ever tried the new version of the Shroud? Where you could use the what is it called? Emerald Embrace? The self-heal, the instantaneous self-heal. To give yourself like immunity. Because maybe that could be really good here. Because like on paper, being able to use them more regularly, like to dodge a CC, maybe could be good. You're awesome as always. You're awesome, TK. You're awesome, my guy. Thank you so much. Can we get a hashtag TK, boys? Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, are we good for both teams? Looks like Plush is not ready yet. Johnny and Plush, let me know when your boys are both ready. And we'll get another one going. Or if you guys want to switch up the teams. Man, I can't do anything versus Assassin. DK really needs better defenses. Didn't Death Knight just recently, like literally a couple of days ago, get a full rework in the talents? I guess defensively they didn't really get anything new, did they? But your damage should be a lot higher, right? But then again, I guess even in previous patch, like it was always like skewed towards the rogue in the 1v1 setting. Hammer Light hitting for 4.1 mil. Yeah, so Hammer Lights can hit for up to 10 mil on PTR. And you can get them back to back on PvP players with full versatility gear. So, and we have like 10 million health, so you're like hitting for like full health bar into another full health bar. So probably is like looking kind of cracked out, honestly, for PvP. What the hell is that thing? Oink! Romo got himself a pet named Oink. That thing looks adorable. What the hell? Alrighty, Plush is, looks like Plush is ready. Johnny, let me know when you're ready. We'll be good to go. I'll see you more bodies, my guy. Yeah, maybe I do think they need to rethink about class defenses a little bit. I think some classes probably needs a little bit more self-survivability, while others probably need a little less. You know what I mean? Like, evokers having like no survivability is like criminal. Like, even if they press some of their major cooldowns, it just feels like they're dying. Like, they need a healer. Even though they're a hybrid class, they still need a healer. I feel like you should be able to at least heal yourself even a little bit, right? A Feral Druid can, Enhanced Shaman can, Red Pally can, Shadow Priest can, Monks can. The only one that can't, looks like, is Evoker. And is there somebody else I'm missing that's a hybrid? Because Demon Hunter wouldn't make the list. It's not a hybrid. Rogue isn't a hybrid. Warrior is not a hybrid. And even they have better healing than Evokers, to be honest. I said Monk, I said Shaman. I think I said them all, man. I think I said everything. Pretty sure. Okay, I don't know if I saved this one, but I'm gonna give it a second shot. Here we go. Alrighty, boys, let's get another one up and running, yeah? Alright, switch. Got ourselves all over for the team one with a grip and dip. What a name, I love it. Got us Leo, Natty, as well as our Pala. This is gonna go for a bit of a fly. With a grip and dip, immediately gonna attack by plus IBF. Got himself full damage going up. Got himself the, what looks like a dual wheel build. Is that what you got? I think that is a dual wheel build, actually. He got himself the riders available too. Grip and Plush back in there really quickly. Got himself potential lots of damage with the, what is it, Pillar of Frost, but the Rogue dipping out of there. So it looks like the dip is the Rogue then. Grip and dip, and I feel like Plush should be, what would Rogue be? Sap and dip? Cheap and dip? This and dip? I think chip and dip is actually better. Cheap, like chips, but also cheap shot. And dip. It's like a foot combo, but also you like cheap shot things and you dip out of there. You know what I mean? I think it works. Cheap shot. I think grip is my bitch dead. Got himself IB. Oh, not IBF. Death back to his last bastion of defense. Cheap shots by the Rogue. As long as the Rogue is clean with the cheap shots, looks like grip is actually able to ramp up a little bit of damage. Landing those obliterates back up to the Rogue is going to be a Howling Blast out for Leo. Just to get the Rogue dotted, it's going to go for a bit of a reset, but a death and decay slow. Got himself a rider spawning in as well. Blind smoke bomb to follow, and plus needs an out or needs himself a go versus Leo. Gouge still running. He got disarm in case he needs it. Leo got himself potential lots of damage. Kidney shot, got himself a trinket. Oh no, IBF out of it. Plus, just doesn't have much he can really do. He does disarm Leo for a second, but with a blind, he's super low on health, man. With the goal, with the rider attacking him, he's actually doing more healing than the rider can do damage, which is crazy. I guess Morgan just doesn't scale super well, does he? The other riders are a lot better though. This is gonna be a bit of damage out for Leo. Oh, does take out Plush. Well done. With gonna be what looks like potentially another sub-rogue Smeshka. Leo struggles a little bit with assassination rogues, but a subtlety is a whole nother story. And also maybe higher dampening playing up against these rogues is gonna be better for him than it was at the start of these duels for the last couple of games. Cheap shot, kidney shot fully onto Leo. Got himself all the riders, potentially lots of damage here. This could be a big go for him. I don't know if Pillar of Frost is available or not. Does it the pillar now? Does Smeshka taking huge cracks? Obliterate striking him right in the spine. Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. He's picking up a lot of healing though. What the hell is Rogue healing from? Just a pickup? I guess just a pickup. Gotta be a pickup. Blind out onto Leo. Got himself flagellation. No outs for Leo for a second. So for the Smurshka, this is a potential a bit of a go, man. Those eviscerates are doing a little bit of work. Invasion for the Rogue. with a blind to follow. Leo taking a lot of damage, but he could go for a death pack. Potentially may just have to Lichborn. Death pack needs to turn this around versus Rogue right now. Otherwise, he's just going to go down. The Rogue with a bit of a reset with the Cloak of Shadows. Got himself a full, clean redo. With Leo charging out after the eye. This first could Shadow Strike after him. Question is, Leo doesn't have any outs here, man. He doesn't have any outs. It's full cheap shot. At least he's got a full health bar. Getting this shot? No outs. I think this Murska has it. One of these eviscerates. Just absolutely spanking him the entire time. These sub-rogues, man. These sub-rogues. I feel like it's going to be the year of the Trickster, man. Trickster got beefed up, man. Trickster looking kind of beefy. Deathpack doesn't feel good with a Deathstalker, but I think Trickster's going to be the play. Actually, I think Deathstalker is going to be much better once you get the tier set. But yeah. But yeah, Nesmerska does get himself hit with a stun for a second. Allo trying to see if he can float around. Doesn't get the chance to catch up to the Rogue. Looking for a bit of a backloop. Kind of teleporting all over the place. So I don't even know if it can actually... Might be experiencing a little bit of latency. Having a hard time catching up to the Rogue. Is going to be advantage off the hunt. Still connects the dot for the hunt. And the debuff is in place. So if Allo can find himself an angle... Or not? How long is that dot for hunt? The last 2 seconds? Or 5 rather? How long is the duration of nothing? I was thinking it was going to be a lot longer than that because he vanished the hunt. Unless he just never doubted. Woo, look at that second technique. Oh my god, wasn't even in play. He just hit that second technique, went in prison, images came out, just got to do the job for him. Holy my god. Is it going to be a red next? It is going to be Arpala. Arpala versus Nesmerska. Yo, Nesmerska, this is your chance, man. You've gotten 2 down. You got Cloak coming back up. You don't have a trinket, but you got at least some potential damage here. Does the Pally pick up eyes? No, he does not. Eyes are not even available, I don't think. Yeah, not available. So for the Rogue, that's a catch a full reset. But I'm going to see the main man himself in these 21s. Dude, whenever I could play and do the camera stuff. A lot of you guys enjoy the camera angles, but like, if I can't do the camera angles, you're just watching my rogues behind, stealthing around, waiting for my cooldowns to be out, bro. So like, what do you want me to do? You guys would just suggest a Rogue or Feral for PvP. I'd say if you just raw PvP focus, I'd say Rogue. I'd say Rogue, especially if it's this last season for War Within. That means Rogue's gonna have the most amount of gear scaling we've ever had before. Rogue scale with gear, and with endgame gear, we usually do the best with it. So this is going to be final season's final bit of gear, potentially the most amount of damage you could ever do. Cheap shot, back to back for Nesmerska, ripping right through our pallet, got himself a wall, lay on hands, and he's dipping. In the middle of the dip side of it, Dawnlight some way somehow still attaches itself through the wall, which is super fun, Blizzard. Stealth up for Nesmerska, does wait until the dots are up. For our pallet, does end up trading. Not a lot, actually. Lay on hands is the only thing. No trinket trade. Bubble and Bob still available for Nesmerska. He's going to have to get through all of these things. If he can get himself another big go, maybe like cloaking that go so you don't get stunned up, might be the play. And then having a trinket for the next setup. But he's going to have outs here. Cloak and meld might have to be the play. He actually might just have to come in, take some damage from Arpala, and then cloak meld after. Blind. Blind. Oh. Oh, that's a good trade. Shbap! For Nesmerska, this is glorious. This is the best. This is the best, because now you can trinket the next stun go. And that's going to be bubble out of our palette. Question is, does he bubble immediately? Do you just blades with it? I think he just blades. I think he just blades. Have a trinket ready. Cloak vanish in case you need it. And you got yourself a clean reset. Or just open up without any of those and then have blades after the bubble. I think it's still blades with it just before the bubble. Yeah, your rank rogue, what spec is the easiest or hardest for PvP? I'd say assassination would be one of the easier ones. Subtlety is pretty difficult, and outlaw I'd say is about there. About the same. There's just a lot going on with those two specs. We'll go into our palette. Does get himself a wall bubble to follow. Nesmerska got himself a reset before any dots are in. So he didn't have to cloak, didn't have to trinket. So he's able to get out of there really quickly. Well done. So for our palette, unless you bubble and immediately turn around, you get super aggressive with Nesmerska. If you spend global stealing yourself, you're just gonna end up not finding an opportunity to punish the rogue, and he got himself another clean reset. I feel like it's been a while since you've seen a rogue have like a proper clean, like, oh, opener, get a cooldown out of him, I'll catch a reset. Come back in, get another cooldown. Come back in, get another cooldown. I don't think we've seen a rogue dismantle somebody like this in a while. Getting this shot, that's an opportunity for our pal to land a Hodge, but unless you do it, man, full cheap shot, it's over. It is over. Gotta love the coup de grace. With Natty, last one left over for the Team 1. Gonna be made a cheap shot by Nismershka. Immediately taking the momentum into the Evoker. Has a cloak of shadows in case he needs to. Could just continue on and just keep pounding the damage into the Evoker if you wanted to. Cloak is available as long as Natty doesn't get any counter pressure. Eruption, you have a cloak of shadows for those immediately and just having to send them in. Time skip, potentially this could give Natty something to work with here in terms of cooldowns. Nismershka just gotta make sure they're clean. Trinket is available versus Natty, so as soon as you get out of a stun, you might be okay. If you can land a kick too, this could be the Rogue's chance to bring it back all the way, man. Grifka days? True, but also Grifka, I feel like he would do this a lot. He would cheap shot, run away behind the pillar, reset. Cheap shot, run away behind the pillar, reset. Nismershka is like, well, I don't really need to fight him if I'm waiting for cooldowns, so I'm just gonna chill. So it's a lot less like reset, reset, reset. It's more like he only resets and then waits out until someone is available. Natty does have eyes up. So I guess, I don't know. I feel like if you're not a rogue player, you're annoyed either way. I was kind of annoyed the way that oh, Root, perfect, does catch him. You know where he's at. If you can fire breath him in that direction, you know where he's at. Does not go for fire breath. You can pre-wall. Oh, fire breath. Even the Smurfs could stop for a second. For Natty, I don't know if you live this. Blades and everything. Hold on, actually it might be lights for Natty. It's really up to Nismershka. Is it clean? Oh, she dead? Oh, he's clean with it. He was clean with it. Clean sweep by the Rogue. Yeah, Evoker and Rogue is a really bad matchup for the Evoker. Pally Rogue, the Pally needs to go super hyper aggressive on the Rogue every time you pop an immunity. Hodge immediately start doing damage. You can't just send globals healing yourself, even if you pop an immunity. But the Rogue, at least at the very end, did play clean. But yeah, I was gonna say, versus like Plush, Griff versus Griff. Griff, I felt like the way he played, to me as a Rogue player, I was just annoyed by it because I felt like he was doing an unnecessary amount of resets. He wasn't doing anything. He wasn't getting a cooldown out of them, right? It was just a cheap shot lockdown just for the sake of cheap shot locking things down. But like, the Nismershka, every time he opened up, he got a cooldown. So, you know, he's got something out of it, and then he's got an escape. You overdo it sometimes. Like, anybody that isn't a Rogue player is annoyed by either strat. As a Rogue player, I like watching Nismershka play, but I didn't like watching Griff play. Because he would just do cheap shot, lockdowns, and run away, and he would get nothing out of the guy. But he would also open up with like no cooldowns at all. The only other Rogue that I really like in terms of cooldowns is Speed or Trickster on NA. Both of them would open up. There would be like, Trickster would just like, you wouldn't catch resets. He would like vanish in stealth at 2% health. He'd be like, I set himself for like 2 seconds. Good enough. Opens up. He just didn't care. He would just go for shadow strikes and do damage the entire time. Like he'd treat the other guy like he's a PvE trained dummy. And would just spam damage like trying to hit the highest DPS meters. Like he's trying to parse on him. It was the coolest thing. Because he would just never really sit CC that much. Or never sit stealth that much. It would just play the entire time. Cruise, he was the best. Are we good, Plush? Let me know if you're ready. Or if you guys want to switch up the groups, man, mix them up a little bit. That could also work too. NA or EU? Today, NEU. Tomorrow, NA. This one, dude. Tomorrow, we'll be back. We'll be doing these a little bit different time, but we'll be doing it at a little bit better time for NA. I agree with you. But he played true to the class and it worked most of the times until Holy Sai walks in the arena. No, another guy that could fight him pretty well actually was Grain until Sub-Rogues got buffed up a bunch. Grain or Talrion was insanely good at stopping Grifka. Like, even if he would go billion cheap shot openers and billion resets, he would still just absolutely slam him down into the dirt. Bleed him up, charge, land a good stun, just demolish the guy. Until they ended up buffing Rogue and nerfing Warrior. And then it was like a little bit more... less... it was close. But like Talrion could win, and then at some point they buff Rogue, nerf Warrior, and it was like, alright, Griff just wins those. There was just no way. Unfortunately. Happy bot on A. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be fun. I'm excited, but I'm also a little nervous. I just wanna know like if we're gonna be able to get groups together. And hopefully we will, man. Hopefully we will. I'm gonna give it a shot, right? We gotta give it a shot, full 2 hours, try to see what we can do with it. Worst to worst, we just do more EU games. Which, you know, season just started. I'm sure participation is going to be pretty high, especially as everybody gets their gear and tier sets and all that. That should be fun. But yeah. But I know it should be really fun. I know Conan's been really excited about it. I had a couple of you boys, Rosie, for example, messaged me about it. Susie messaged me about it. One couldn't join. I suck, but I'll join tomorrow. Hey, man. Well, welcome to. One couldn't join. Okay, so we're going to basically grip, dip, Leo, our pal, or Elo. What if you guys got to play as a one-man army? That's all you guys can do. Which? We got us Elo over for the team 1 with grip, dip, Leo, and our palette. And these guys only have 4. They are missing 1. Leo, you're just gonna have to hold the fort and they're sending Saya immediately at you. Instantly. Whoa, what is this burst? What is this damage? Saya's health just blew up. Like, he was okay, and then a huge portion of his health just blew up. Shattered into a billion pieces. Bubbled it immediately. Saya just left with nothing. Getting yoinked around like a yo-yo. Holy moly. Shield of Vengeance out. Leo got himself IBF. I don't know if Leo even used cooldowns. I don't even... It looks like for Leo, he still got Dragon, Frostwolf's Fury. He looks like he still got Pillar, and it looks like he still got Rune Weapon, but I don't know if he actually does. But for Saya, do you spell Warden the next go by Leo? Do you bop it? Because he can still do damage to either one. I guess you have to lay on hands first, right? You have to lay on hands it. Leo just needs to make sure he has himself a clean go. That is going to be Dawnblades though. Not going to feel that great. Dawnblades definitely do not feel good. Stun, got himself an out with the human racial. He's going to need to make sure he got himself the cleanest setup versus Saya if he's going to have himself a proper go. It's got to be extra clean. Setup got to be extra clean. Try to see if he catch up with himself as much health as possible. May have to go for death pact and just go one more damage. Actually, looks like he's catching up a lot of healing. Let's get Spell Ward. Saint onto Saya to make sure there's no stun. Spell Ward him. Leo can still break through this. A lot of his damage is frost, but some of it is physical. Lichborn stuns him with a Wake of Ashes, unfortunately. Leo just gotta wait until Spell Warden is down. Stun right after. Saya, I think, might have just taken it. Unless Leo could recover some health right here, right now. Oh no, I don't know if he could live this. He got maybe a death pact. Maybe AMS to help cover some of the frost damage. Full riders, everything is available. Is this it? Is this gonna be his go-to? Leo, no health whatsoever. AMS barely keeping him alive, picking up a little bit of healing. Barely any health left. Blind short onto Saya. Let's try to make sure he keeps the guy in place. Continuing to death strike over and over and over. Hydra after, and Saya does take it. That was some wild burst in the opener. But damn, stunned immediately onto Saya. Elo, you got Saya without anything, dude. He's dead to rights. No Blessing of Protection, no Spell Warden, no Bubble. This is your opportunity. This is your chance right here to potentially have yourself a proper go. Meta with a full eye beam. You got to make sure you stand on him the entire time. Get a Demon Surge rolling. Got to get a couple of Demon Surges rolling. There it is. There it is. Does take it. 2 players did have to take down Saya. Now the question is, who's going to be able to bring it back the victory over for the team 1 man? Someone is going to have to do it. Either Elo, Grip, or Paolo are going to have to do it, man. And next guy is either going to be the Shadow Priest or one of the 3 rogues. I think the matchup ideally would be for Grip and Dip and Arpala maybe to play the hardest hitting rogue, which is either Toxie or Plush in my opinion. I feel like the Smurfs is also a very, very competitive rogue. Very, very strong. But I feel like Toxie and Plush have been doing these duels just simply longer than the Smurfs. They've been around in the community for a while. So taking those out while dampening is not necessarily high, so you can actually get some healing. Might be the best coach scenario actually. Keeping the Priest and the Smurfs maybe for like the last 2. That might be ideally. Or maybe like do... I'd probably have to do one of the stronger rogues, Toxie or Plush first, then somebody will... Never mind. You know, I was like, you know what? I was thinking like Goers as a Shadow Priest generally is not the craziest spec for 1v1s. Never mind. Just absolutely melted Elo. Never mind. I think the rogue would just say cloak and daggers here. Cloak and daggers. The rogues were just a bait. Actually, the strongest class here is Goers. You're just gonna channel at your once and you're dead. Just absolutely devour your mind. Fear on some of the riders, but not hit the fear onto Grip and Dip. Silence to follow onto the DK with the fear. Oh. Second fear right after silence to follow. Grip and Dip does get an escape out of this one. There's going to be a silence on the Goers for a second. Does not disperse or anything. Got himself a bit of healing. Got interrupted on hold. He can maybe get himself some shadow damage. That's about it. Flash heals up, barely keeping him alive here. Got himself shielding. Stun onto Grip. Does go for IBF. Got himself at least a dots in. Silence very, very soon. Stun kind of soonish. Fear very, very soon. Maybe he can do with the fear. Is that an execute out for Grip and Dip? Trying to play an execute build. What is this? Oh, Goers, you need one of those Fears and Horrors effect to keep chaining onto Grip. That's about all they can do. You got to make some damage happen, my guy. You got to make some damage happen. He's getting obliterated back to back to back. You need something to live. Halo, maybe you'll get some procs. Oh, no. It was so close. He really just needed a couple of those channels of insanity, mindful insanity. I think he would have been okay. Maybe he was waiting for the silence, but it's tough. We're playing that execute build is pretty wild though, by the way. However, the DK does not have an opportunity to catch any kind of resets or healing for that matter, unless the one our pallet just healing constantly. Gouging back-to-back full dots over in cheap shot right after. I think it just lights. Nothing you can do. Literally nothing you can do. Once it gets below 10% health, if those bleeds are on you, it could just be an execute. You could just go down. With our pallet, last one left, unfortunately. With Toxie swapping over to crippling poison? Was it just not... or did it just not run it before? Maybe he's running like numbing poison and you'll switch out poisons if needed. Maybe. Not 100% honestly. Toxie does get himself a bit of a reset. Our Pala charging out in the open. Hand of Freedom. Garrote out for the Rogue. Full Wake of Ashes out for our Pala. You gotta make sure to punish Rogue as much as possible. Cloak of Shadows. Death Market. Everything is available. Our Pala maybe looking for a bop here. Kingsbane still gonna do a lot of damage. Bop. Bubble. Something gotta be used. It needs to make sure you got himself counter pressure versus the Rogue, but the Rogue immediately vanishes as soon as you see it, dude. DK do hard. Yeah, DK hit very, very hard, man. Death Knight's hit very, very hard. Gouge by Toxie. Our Pala needs to get some counter pressure onto Toxie immediately. Hodge, drink inside of it. Oh, it's over. It is over. It is over. Oh, man. Alrighty. Johnny and Plush. How about we do a bit of a refresher for the groups, yeah? Swap some people out, get some new bodies in, yeah? How about it? Get you guys a bit of a refresher. Swap out the groups, swap the bodies around a little bit, right? Get some variety in here, if possible. How about a, I want to let Plush know. How about a group? How about a group refresher? Swap some bodies around. I'm asking both of you, seeing what you guys say. Because if you guys are both down, we can swap out the groups and get some new bodies in too. That could be fun, right? Yeah, Johnny Boy switching up the groups. Also, Plush should do the same. You get you guys a refresher. Try to pick some of the names you haven't seen in your group, and let's try to make some variety so we don't have like triple rogue in one team. Let's try to make a little bit of variety happen, yeah. Just like if you're seeing like too many Pally setting up, too many rogues, too many whatever. Let's just like, you know. Here we go, both groups are up, so you guys can set up for both of them and they'll take you in. Or if you want to switch over to different characters, man, just let them know. Let them know. Hey Dal, is it good to spam heroics after I have done all M0s? Why would you spam heroics? That is the question. Now I've got to fight Saya. Yup. Give you guys a little bit of the variety. Have you guys fight against different bodies too. And there's also an opportunity you don't even fight Saya, right? Maybe the luck of the draw won't have those wins favor you in such a way. Or unfavor you. I think running into Saya is an unfavorable win though. Because her rogue gear is almost the same as Mythic 0, just a -3 item level. Who told you that? Yeah, who told you that? What do you mean? I need to check what you're talking about. Dungeons. Current season. Let's take like Iko Domodani. Heroic. 665. 665. And what does it go up to? I think at the Rogue Discord they have like the full charts, right? There it is. Yeah, let me bring in the chart. So this is the chart for all the gear stuff and the upgrades in Season 2. So you have Veteran Gear, Champ Track, Hero, Mythic. It doesn't really have Adventurer on here. Adventurer, I guess, would give you like 4 out of 8 Veteran though. So basic Valor Stones. Yeah, you're getting 4, 6, 78, item level maximum out of adventure gear, right? But if you do Mythic 0, it's champion 681. So even if you were to upgrade the heroic all the way to max, it's going to be like 10 item levels behind this. Or no, actually, is that what you're saying? It's like 3 item levels behind. Problem is, a lot of the Mythic 0 gear, it goes up to 691. And that's something you can achieve this week on a lot of those pieces. So you're actually, like, if you round up, you're still 10 item levels behind. You're seeing this right here, right? Oh, it's only 3 difference. You are upgrading the Mythic 0 gear to 691. You're not keeping it at 681. You gotta upgrade it. You have plenty of card crests this week to be able to. So you should be comparing not these two numbers, but this number and this number. It's 10 item level difference. Yeah, I see why you're like assumed, oh, it's only 3 item level. Yes and no. Plushie stream. Are we good? Are the first good? Ready. Okay, no mind. Plushie's all good. Johnny's also ready. Alrighty, switch up the groups a little bit. We're gonna see how this goes. Go back to the ground. No, the calculation this one is 3 item level behind. Well, you're comparing like fully upgraded adventure versus unupgraded champion. It's 40 item level, 3 items for veteran. Yeah, at this point I would get veteran track pieces instead. Yeah, it is also too many valor stones as well. It is a heap load of valor stones, not worth farming. But it's like Mythic Plus and raids are not up because that will give you a huge bulk of it. But now all you can do is like farm dungeons over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But even Mythic Plus will scale with how many you get. You can actually upgrade your pieces. Alrighty. Switch. Got us a little bit of a group switch over with Hauken over for the team 1 as a marksmanship hunter. I like that green you get going on. We got us a Sai, we got us a Leo with not Iliad? Naughty Liad? Naughty? I'm gonna call him Naughty. I feel like that's just like the best time you could get shorten someone's name, just call him Naughty. Naughty Feral Druid. We got us Aloe charging immediately versus Leo. Not even give him a second to like set up or anything. Blind instantly for Leo. Stun into Aloe. Does not burn a trinket. Taking lots of damage instantly. Stun onto Leo. Backing the hell out of dodge though. He's going to use everything to live here. But it's going to be a lot of damage. Stun on the Riders. Oh! Majority of the damage was just straight up Riders. I don't even know what hit Aloe. Leo just went in swinging. The Smershka, the rogue, is going to be up next though. Ghoul is out and about. Leo is going to get it with a cheap shot. It is going to be immediate human rage to break out of it. Slow onto the Smershka. Break it out of there immediately. Waiting out for that dance to be gone. That's actually not a bad move, honestly. Cheap shot. Now your DR'd is going to grip him back in. Gouge to follow. You're not going to stun him, right? You DR'd. You're just going to have to wait out a little bit here. It is going to be some slows onto the Smershka. Death and Decays are still going to give quite a solid slow for Leo to catch up. Kidney shot. It is going to be full kidney though. Waited out those DRs. Full IBF out for Leo. Dots of thick are up on the Smershka still. Let's see, Cloak. Yeah, I still got it. For Leo, he did end up burning Pillar of Frost, unfortunately. So that was potentially lots of damage for him. Chain of Ice, keeping the rogue kind of slowed. Gouge Paula. The rogue is trying to see if he can himself up as much of a reset. That Demon Hunter melted, just absolutely exploded. I gotta go back and see exactly what Leo did. He must have set up like the fattest obliterates ever, because now you can have Obliterate consume 2 stacks of Kill Machine instead of 1. So it deals like extra crit damage. Extra damage. Oh, Leo though might actually go down. The Smershka with a full setup by the rogues. Blind to follow. That was a big secret technique with the Eviscerates back-to-back. Stun to follow the Smershka with a trinket. Disarm onto Leo. Just needs to keep the rogue out in the open. Cloak of Shadows is going to let him get a clean reset. Leo, eyes are available for either side. Dropping down Death and Decays. And it's going to go for those eyes. The Smershka see it and saps him immediately. He knows exactly what he's doing. Leo doesn't have an out anymore. He doesn't have a way to break out of stuns at this point forth. That kidney shot is not going to be great. Not going to feel good. And secret technique, I think it's lights actually. Oh, I think it's done. The Smershka with a clean go. The Toxie charging out him very, very quickly. We got us as Goyers also in the DK with FK9 and... Oh, Blush is over here now. Okay. It is going to be Rogue versus Rogue. And Toxic letting Nasmershka get the opener by the looks of it. I think he's just, you know, really that confident. Really that confident. I think it's mostly because Nasmershka does not have a trinket. So as long as you get yourself some calm points off of him, you'll be fine. Flagellation does not have blades with it, so Nasmershka is not the most amount of damage. Still is going to be able to get heaps of damage on Toxic. Toxic with a disarm. Disarm onto Nasmershka. Got himself at least a little bit of survivability, building up that damage with poisons and calm points onto the rogue. Got to follow. That's a rin. Nasmershka trying to see if he can escape. Toxic is low on health. He's going to go for a meld. Got himself a reset. Nasmershka, however, is dotted, so Toxic is going to be able to find him no matter what. Unless you can somehow clear it, but you ain't the dwarf. Keep trying to follow. Got himself a proper setup. Is that going to be everything available? He's going to need to get another stun. Oh, big Kingsbane. With Cold Blood, I think? Oh, no, Nasmershka's dead. Oh, he's just dead. Oh my god. He's just dead. A Toxic may need to use something here to escape this. Goers is up next. Just gonna dot him. Vanish Sheep Shot. Blind Trinkets it. Sheep Shot back into the Goers with full bleeds in and with the Cloak of Shadows. Nasmershka, a Toxic actually can live this. What is this damage? No, Goers, this health just blows up. He just a viscera of red. Ripping him back in. He has himself another Vanish in case he needs the blind available too. Get the shot. Vanish. Oh, 2 in a row! Toxic! What is happening? Is it Plush next? Or is it FK9? Looks like it's FK9 and is giving Toxic at least somewhat of a chance to like get an auto duel, man. Give him at least somewhat of a chance to get some recovery. After what Toxic did to these boys though, I wouldn't give him a chance. Holy moly. Just one into another, dude. Double the dots, double the bleeds. FK9 at least got immunity, so Toxic's gonna have to play this very carefully. He has Cheat Death, he doesn't have a trinket though. He has a blind. And what he needs to do is use these pillars to catch himself resets away from FK9. That's all he could do. That Hodge is definitely gonna put Toxic behind. Immediately puts it behind. Oh, we're just dead. We're just dead. You got a sippy cup? You're just dead. 2 death? Yeah, just dead. One mistake and it's over. Rogue's life flat before his eyes. Who's up next? Is it Naughty? Is it going to be Hokan? Is it Saya? I think they're still trying to figure out who's next. They're looking at one another. Naughty is looking at potentially Saya, or he's just giving him like a go ahead, like, all right, you're good to go. What is that? Did you pick up eyes? I think he did pick up the eyes to find himself a stealthy. For Naughty though, at least he's got himself full bleeds onto FK9. Does go for a trinket. FK9 may be looking for a bopper bubble. Something got to be used here. Shield the Venus, barely keeping him alive. Bubble to follow. Trying to see if he can put the pressure onto Naughty, keeping the dot with Downlight rolling in. He may need himself a lot of healing, and Naughty just waiting it out, man. He's going to be able to get back in there with a meld stun and probably lock down FK9. He does go for Blessing of Saint, however, so he's not going to sit the CC long at all. Got himself a little bit of heals. Shield of Venus not available. Leon Hayes needs to come up as soon as possible. This man might just die to the dots, man. Dawnlight and might not be enough to keep you alive here. Healing. Full burst on a Naughty, though. Oh, the hammers come through still. Oh, I thought FK9 may be able to bring it back. He is the second to last of the team. Maybe he might be able to get another go in here. Hokan is going to be up next. He's got himself full setup. Volley. Oh, that rapid fire is still going to connect. Blessing protection. You could remove it. You could purge it. Do you have Trank Shot? I think you should have a Trank Shot, unless you doesn't talent into it. It does have black powder as well as black arrows. Ooh, oh. That is some burst. Well done, well done. Black arrow with a double, double aim shot is going to be diabolically, like, brutal. It's over. Hokan is just going to be out here with a, what looks like explosive trap behind him. Sapped by the rogue, does put himself up in a flare. Is going to try to see if he can get himself out of there. Hokan needs to either catch himself a camo or something. 2.5 million black arrow. Really? That is criminal. Knocked back on the plush into an immediate scatter. Got himself into a stun. Actually got himself lots of damage. Hold on a second. Does this hunter get the chops to do it? He does have Hunter's Mark onto plush. It's going to hit him with slows. Black arrow is still doing a ton of damage, dude. He's just hitting him through walls here. Volley down. Actually, he's going to be able to hit him through walls. Smoke bomb down for the rogue, unfortunately. Biting shot as he runs at you. Has a trinket. Is going to use it. Freezing trap waiting for him. Blind to follow. Still got a Hunter's Mark. Bro, that was volley into potentially rapid fire would have been amazing. Flare down onto the rogue around the pillar. He still sees him. He still knows where he's at. Traps should be able to get him out and caught him. Placing trap on one side, kind of running at the rogue. He's going to hit him with the charge trap. Explosive shot. into an immediate, aim shot to follow. Cheap shot by the rogue. Is that enough though? Sack available for Hokan. Has himself a turtle in case he needs to. May need to use a turtle here. That's a lot of damage. Pre-turtles this. That's huge. Just need to find a way to keep the rogue in combat. The rogue is going to go for a vanish reset. Eyes are available for Hokan. He can go over there really quick to find them. And the rogue is aware. Rogue is aware. If you get 100 mark him, that'd be the best. Yeah, unless he knows exactly where the rogue is at. I think he more or less knows. Yeah, he knows. Volley around the corner would help him see. Yep, volley down, full burst, cheap shot by the rogue. That's an opportunity for the rogue to potentially end this. Hokan has himself a wall. Can he use a wall in between? Walls us. That should help him live a little. Backing up out, binding shot onto plush, explosive shot, into aim shot, huge burst. Does he have enough here? He just needs a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Freeze the trap, gives him a little bit of distance, and also another wall in case he needed. Evasion for the rogue. Oh no, you need to find a way to stun him. You can stun him right here. This would be glorious. That's all he needs is a stun. Oh, it sees him. Oh, black arrow. Hold on. Needs one more hit. One more shot onto the rogue. One more shot. Disarm, scatter, combo trade. Now one more shot at the rogue. Stun. Does he get it? Rapid fire. Oh, takes it. More such opponents, man. Let's go. Bring it back for his team. I feel like that's a matchup where Hunter shouldn't win, though. I guess the rogue, the Hunter, I think, does not win. But he did good. He definitely did do good. Dude, once they get the new tier set where they can true shot every minute, that is going to be so deadly. GG Hunter. GG Hunter, man. Let's get another going. I like that, dude. We got a bit of variety here. We got a Feral Druid. We got a Hunter. We don't have an Archmage, which I'm so surprised by. We usually have a lot of mages for these, but no Archmages. Although, you know, there's probably a good possibility they're all just running around playing the game. They're not out here in duels. They're just out just terrorizing BGs while they're busted. So, like, I'm definitely gonna get nerfed. My champion, yeah. Alright, Johnny's ready, waiting on plush, and we'll be good to go. Why is the trinket for Marakara is Biz for Outlaw? It's a haste trinket. Is it Biz for Outlaw? It was a really good trinket back in Season 1. No, it looks like that is not the trinket we'll be going for. Looks like that is not the trinket we're going after. It is a really good one for Mythic Plus. Yeah, it's an S tier. It's a very consistent trinket that gives you a lot of agility. It's passive. It also allows you to invest your gear into all the other stats outside of haste. Yeah, so you can actually get it. And Wowhead, it says it's S tier trinket. It is S, but there are 2 trinkets better than that. It is going to be the antenna as well as Sigil of Cosmic Hunt. Like, as far as Mythic Plus trinkets, it's a good trinket. 1, it allows you to reach that haste cap of 18 to 20%. 2, it's just a very good stat trinket. Every class uses it because it has a really good uptime. It's just excellent. There's not too many trinkets that are really that good and consistent like Arakara Brood is. Like, this thing was good even when it was in Season 1. It's not our best in slot though, but it is really good. If you're behind on haste, it's also probably going to be pretty decent too. Apparently the Incorporeal Claw is really good though too. Go? Okay, cool. We'll send you guys into a Rook. We haven't done a Black Cold. There's a single problem. I don't raid much. Arakari is the play. There it is, man. Now you just go for the Arakari trinket. You're good to go. Look, you need a certain amount of haste anyway to reach that 18 to 20% cap. By the way, ambush build no longer viable, Justice. You don't play ambush anymore. At least for this season, ambush is too weak. Not good enough. You play the Slice and Dicing or Sinister Strike build. Sinisters and Pistols. I guess keep it rolling. I guess it's actually marked by keep it rolling. Yeah, you gotta keep it rolling. And now you have a 18 to 20% haste you gotta achieve on your gear passively. Minimum 18 to 20. Actually, you don't really want more than that either. It's kind of a waste. But yeah, might be a good idea to switch over to Assassination or something, my guy. Outlaw is rough. And I remember you were having a hard time with it in Season 2. The Twitch. So maybe Assassination might be easier. Hokan over for the team 1, ready to go. We got us Saya, we got us Leo, as well as Toxie, and Naughty gonna be first up over for the team 1 versus Aloe, immediately walking in, Immolation Aura. I wonder if Aloe's playing the damage over time build for Demon Hunters, because you can play like a big Immolation Aura build. I don't even know if they are though, but they are definitely melting. Aloe's gonna have to find a way to catch up to Naughty, trying to go for first aid, but that's gonna break the dots. I think you're just dead. Yeah, if you don't react to Feral Blades on your own, you're just gonna die. Yeah, I don't even know if Aloe blurred. If they didn't, Aloe definitely needs to blur that. As soon as you get bled up, you need to blur it immediately. Or even just shrink it to make sure the Feral doesn't even put up dots on you in the first place. Just absolutely melted. It's gonna be full burst out by FK9 though. Got himself full Dawn Lights rolling in onto Naughty with a blind to follow. Naughty, I think, is just dead to bleeds of their own, man. They're having a taste of their own medicine. They got to bleed up a Demon Hunter, and now they get it to be dotted up by Holy. Oh, with a final little hit at the end. What was that proc? That little punch from the heavens. That was what really sealed the deal. Man, who's up next? Is it going to be Saya? Saya's giving FK9 as much of a chance to catch up, though. As much of a chance, man. Every opportunity. And this man literally just got to sit there and flash a light himself the entire time. Literally flash a light the entire time. Is he waiting for somebody on the team, maybe? Or is he just trying to die? Don't tell me he's just trying to die. Or is he trying to get low on health? I'm not really sure. Maybe he's like, you know what? Just drop me down. Get me down a little low. I can bubble. I can take it. I can take it. Or maybe he was trying to get attention from his team, being like, yo, team, you guys want to maybe play instead of me? FK Nando has like no help whatsoever. Does get some really solid damage on the Saya, though. And maybe for Plush, this is an opportunity to potentially take down Saya. With a couple of lockdowns. Ooh, assassination. This could potentially be the way to go. Does go for a Shiv. No Kingsman just yet. Saya tried to see if he could back up out of it. And already Saya's immediately melted through those bleeds, man. Immediately starting to melt behind the pillar little by little. Stun on to Plush. Does get the Dawn Light on him. Trading those dots. Plush potentially could go for a cloak. Does go for a vanish. Garrote and Saya picking up the eye. Does he go for a full stun? Cloak of Shadows immediately. Saya does not go for a Hodge. It's going to be full dots, but immediately Bob out for Saya. No Kingsbane, and Plush may just go down here. He still has eyes. He still can see you, unfortunately. So once you get yourself a sippy cup, it's just over. Yeah, picking up the eyes as he's going for full burst. He can still see it catch up to the Rogue. It is criminally how good that is. Stun instantly onto Goris. Does burn an IBF. Blind onto Saya, who still has a bubble. Saya, as long as he's careful with that bubble and when he uses it, he might be okay. He has Wake of Ashes, so you could potentially just commit full burst damage and just go full bubble and burn down Goris if you wanted to. You may need that bubble. Lay on hands. Try to make sure he's maximizing those for Baron's buttons as best as you can. Waiting until that full hammer. Oh, Wake of Ashes absolutely cleaving down Goris. What was that cleave? Just a single use of that Wake of Ashes chopping Goris in half, man. Chunking out the health bar. Does go for a big death pact. Stun onto Saya. Got himself a stun onto Goris. Trying to see if he catch up to Saya. Does get himself the big cleave. Oh, it's not a, I was thinking it was a Soul Reaper. It's not Soul Reaper. It's another talent. And Saya may be looking for a bubble here. Does go for a bubble off of that silence. Yeah, Goer just stuck. Nowhere to go. With the Smirchka last one left. Is Saya doing a full clean sweep here? I think so, right? I think so. This is going to be a land, what is it? Full first aid. Saya with the flagellation. Oh, getting hit by flagellation. Shadow Blades. The Smirchka trying to see if he could power on through. No bubble to stop him. That's the opportunity. This is your chance. Blind last second. Does he have a stun? I don't think he does. So he's backing up out of there. This Smirchka needs to commit. I think at this point just needs to commit. Can you do it though? Shrinking available for Saya. Cloak of Shadows for the Smirchka because he's not taking a lot of damage and cannot be stunned. I think Saya just dies. This is one real good hit. Gouge, one more good hit. Cheap shot. Oh, yeah, takes it. But Leo just immediately gonna grab the Rogue, and you do have a vanish. But you might just die in this compa. Blind, a vanish, and you just gotta run. Run, Rudolph. You gotta get the hell out of town. Stepping over with a sap, that is some moves. You might just die to the Riders, however. Yeah, I think it's over. I think he does. I think he does. She death? Yeah, I think he knew. Saya just absolutely was sweeping, dude. 3. Crazy how good Pally's can hit, man. Crazy. Alrighty. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? There it is. Oh, is that confirmed? Yo, chat. Hard mode to Zavesh. Every group in play complete Zavesh death on a first attempt will earn a guaranteed piece of 106 mythic loot. You can get mythic gear out of Zavesh hard mode. You can get mythic gear out of Zavesh hard mode, bro. It is rough. That whole mega dungeon is rough. I think it might be worth making a proper guide on this. Yeah, so you basically cannot die. So zombie will divide the arena into quadrants immediately. That's not that bad, honestly. Hillbear in the console channel needs to communicate where the orbs go, so he needs to tell everybody where they go. Identical challenge version now differs from Mythic Plus version. Captain Hooktail spawns adds with a buff, giving immunity to the first input of breath instead of wolf functionality, so you add cleave and management. Got it. Completion dungeon awards your 10 vault. Yeah, if you do a deathless, if you don't manage to complete the one-shot deathless, don't worry, you're still gonna get some great rewards. So, boss dart hero track lit, mega dungeon from 10 vault, 30 gilded crest. I think it's still worth it. But yeah, doing deathless run is gonna be so good, dude. Size so crazy, size very crazy. Alrighty, are you guys ready? Ready for plush and ready for my man Johnny boy. Okay, wanna make sure I got it right. What did we send you guys into? We can do tigers. I think we've done just about every single arena so far, man. And we've done a grand twice. I guess you got a Blade's Edge, and maybe I could just toss you guys in a flashbang if you guys really wanted it. Wait for your guide because it's assassination. Waiting for Outlaw. You need as much versatile as possible. 5% haste and crit mastery. Yeah, you need at least 18 haste and versatility afterwards. Crit is also okay as a stat. Mastery is not great. Yeah, 5% haste is low. Even if you were playing the ambush build. And you only versa. No, you still needed some haste. And even after the changes they did for ambush build, you actually wanted a lot of haste. Still got out the rogues down and makes a guide. I'm far from a god of out the rogues. Yeah. Eminem can't rap faster than Dell when it's a duel time? Bro. I'm not that quick, am I? Ain't that fast, am I? That's such a short duel. I want to save it. Never know. Maybe I'll use it as like a pair of footage with another duel. Which? Got ourselves Hauken over for the team one. Is going to be first up versus Goeres by the looks of it on his enhancement shamansman. Shamans don't really get too many changes, but Tempest Shamans can use the Tempest ability a lot more regularly. No camo for Hauken. He just opens up with a full true shot stun immediately. Try to see if he gets some damage on the Goeres. Instantly getting got to about 60-ish% health. Is actually kind of nutty. Freezing trap waiting around the corner is going to run into it. Nothing you can really do about it. Big aim shot. Black arrows are going to be huge though. Does get the black arrows, but it's a wall out for Goeres with a not a chimeric poison. I thought it was chimeric for a second. Got himself the lock-and-low procs. Feign death for a second. Try to see if you can avoid Goeres. Body shot around the corner is going to get hit. Volley. You can actually place a volley and get some pot shot damage onto him if you get it up an angle. I don't know if he's going to go for it. Big rapid fire around the corner either way. Freezing trap waiting for the guy. Is going to catch him. For Hauken, the more of those aim shot procs you can get, the better. Does get, look at this lock and low procs he's getting, dude. Back-to-back lock and low procs. They're so good. He's gonna go for disengage. He's putting a lot of pressure onto Goeres though, man. A ton of pressure. Goeres, like, where is there for him to go? Tar trap? Black arrow, but just kill him. I think it's just over. Look at that damage. Hauken does come out on top with a quick camera to get himself as much of a reset. Who's up next? Question is, if he sees if it's a rogue up next, he could hunters mark them ahead of time. It looks like it is not FK because he's sitting way in the back leading. He's doing the lead. Oh, that is so good. Oh, this guy's a champion in my books. Clean lean. Oh, I am so glad I looked over there, dude. None of y'all leaning. Bro, that dude is just aura farming. Hauken is farming wins. Freezing trap to trade with the Hunt. I think he actually does not even get hit by Hunt. Oh no, he's dotted. But a black arrow will end this. A black arrow will end this. So hello. Oh. Holy moly. Hauken, you got a rogue coming at you. Rogue coming in pronto. You got to be careful. You got to be ready. He does have a trinket. Flush does not want to give this man a chance to get out of here. That is a short stun though. A cheap shot is super short. It is the art. Thank Elo. Volley down. Flush is going to hit with a full rapid fire. Smoke bomb down. As soon as smoke is gone, that volley should still be able to see you and hit you through the pillar, I'm pretty sure, right? Or no? Charge trap does connect. Hunter's aim shots are proccing though. It's getting a lot of damage, a lot of pressure onto the rogue. Hunter's mark, I think, connected. Yeah. Could cloak it if you wanted to. But he's got still traps that he's waiting for. He's got to actually rush him as soon as he goes in for a charge trap. Aim shot, stun, flush with a trinket, got himself advantage with a blind. Hoken does not have a hunter's mark anymore, but the eyes are up. He could pick up the eyes, however. Eyes are available on the left hand side. He has no idea if the rogue is behind the pillar or if he goes over to the side or if he's just roaming around. Maybe a camo. Potentially could be the play. Flush, however, is moseying over towards the eyes. Sap to follow. Hoken could trinket this in case he needs to. Flush does not have a trinket, so that is something Hoken could do. Does go for pet sack just to live this damage. That is a lot of pressure. Hoken with a feint death to reduce it. Turtle right after freezing trap to follow. Do you just go in for most damage? Somehow the freezing trap broke a little early. Does get himself to the double rapid fire. Hunter's mark is available. Vanish still got him out of there for a second. You got him blades. Scatter for a second. I don't know if you can go for binding shot or anything. Gouge for a second. Disarm for a moment. Does not have a trinket. Charge trap. Still got himself a cheap shot. Able to reach Hoken, but barely. He got himself Exil in case he needs to. Will need to use it. Does go for Battle Master Trinket. Knock back onto Plush. Does still have a Hunter's Mark with an evasion still available. A stun would at least stop Plush's evasion. You need to binding shot him or something. Have to binding shot him if you want to get some pressure. Try to go for a slow cloak. Shadows out for Plush. Hunter's Mark is going to be falling off. Hoken, I don't know if you go for a camo maybe. Maybe a volley down. Does pick up the eyes. So should be able to see Plush. Should be able to see exactly where he's at. Sap as he goes in for a quick jump. Stuns him. Hoken, do you have enough damage here? Double rapid fire, double tap. Wait, no, cheap shot. I think Plush takes it. Plush does take it. He was so close. He was doing such a good job, man. He got two. Hunter is brutally good. Actually so good. Death Decay down on the Plush immediately. Got on some of the big spikes, big glaciers flying in. Disarm, blind is just gonna wait until he's got himself a proper big go here. Kid the shot. I know Leo wants to trinket this. I know he wants to. I know he really wants to, but he knows he shouldn't. He should not. Not against Plush. Not against this situation. Vanish is available for Plush, so he's gonna be able to get himself a quick escape. Leo dropping down Death of Decay. Are you dotted? You're not. You're not dotted. So maybe tricketing number. Oh no, the Smash Cup! You gotta wait. He's still alive! Nasmirshka, why are you sapping this man? Nasmirshka! He has no idea. He thinks Plush died. He thinks Plush perished. Okay, we'll assume Plush perished. That's all we can do. Plush is just out here like, what in the hell is going on? He's just out of stealth like, what is happening? Okay, we're just gonna have to pivot to Nasmirshka versus Leo and figure it out from there. Nasmirshka is getting absolutely blasted though, however. The problem with this duel though is the fact that Nasmirshka actually has all defenses while Plush was behind the defenses. So Plush potentially could have just died while Nasmirshka has every defensive. Kind of rough, man. Kind of rough. Got himself a quick advantage. Got himself a full reset. Nasmirshka tried to see if he can get himself another good opener. It is not dotted, unfortunately. The Frost Fever. Like, Howling Blast props Frost Fever pretty regularly, and it is a long-lasting dot. But I noticed a lot of the times in duels, because Nasmirshka didn't even cloak the dot or anything, but a lot of the times, like, DKs don't really find a lot of opportunity to put a dot on a rogue to, like, last forever. I think a lot of them do spend a lot of globals on, like, the death strikes and obliterates. And Howling Blast just ends up being, like, ability you kind of put on the back burner, unless you get a Howling Rhyme proc, right? That's the only time you really go for it. No, he does have a rider on him. Grip in is going to be Lichborn available for Leo. Cannot get gouged for a second. So big obliterates just absolutely cracking through Nasmirshka. As he got himself a full kidney shot, it doesn't even matter. How do I join? Are you NA or EU, Othafa? Are you, which region are you, man? Looks like they're sending Plush right after. Should they just say FK9? Because this man's just been aura farming. He's got to commit. You got to go spend the aura some way, somehow, right? Or they're sending him for Saya. Or they're saving him up for Saya. Best for last. It's going to be Plush back into Leo, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure Leo's confused, right? Leo's got to be confused. Like, wait, wasn't I dueling Plush? Didn't I kill you? Yeah, so he never died. The Nasmirshka did rush. Plush ended up backing up out of there. Leo, I don't know what you could do in this situation, man. I don't know if you could do anything in this situation. Gouge to follow. He's got himself a step. Able to get away from Leo. Riders, what are they doing? Blind for a second. Leo trying to pick up as much health as possible. Killing the shot. It is over. It is over. It is over. Serious virtual downs, Vince. Are you NA or EU region, my man? Which region do you play on? If you're EU, I can add you. If you're NA, I can get you in tomorrow. Yeah, didn't catch it, sorry. All good, yeah. All good. I saw the confusion. You guys just have to play it off as best as possible. That's all you can really do in that situation, right? Blush is out and about. It looks like Naughty is not going to be first. Maybe he's waiting for a Toxie. Lucky mount. I gotta go and get that. Oh, did I already have it? I think I already have this thing. That's the Delve one, right? Or is that not the Delve one? Don't they have two versions? A Delve version as well as one from like the Rubian faction? I think so, right? But Toxie is gonna be out and about. EU. Okay, we can get you in. Potentially can get you in. Back-to-back cheap shots over and over. Blind to follow onto plus. Got himself full secret technique right after. Back-to-back cheap shots though. With Toxie got himself plenty of damage. Look at that go. Yeah, nothing can stop this man. Once you get the blades and a full shiv, it is just done. It is just done. 9 is gonna be up next. However, we're trying to see if you can charge out versus Toxie. He's got Toxie, Naughty, and Saya to get through. Picking up the eyes a little bit early. As Toxie got himself a sap. Oh man, the eye sap got himself the clean. Yo, a lot of the times when you're going around the corner like this, either the bird gets a sap and then he gets himself like, you know, a couple of seconds to wait out the eyeball, or he gets hit with a hodge and then you're just absolutely dead. It's like a 50-50. Unless like you sap the trinket and then maybe your trinket and then it's like, okay, well they don't have a trinket anymore. If I catch a reset, go for a go. You know, come back in with full cooldown, the one have a way out of it. It's a really interesting situation that can go like a million ways. It feels like. Stun into Toxie. Does he burn a trinket? He may need to. He's choosing not to. He's gonna commit Vanish, Sippy Cup. Cloak of Shadows may need to be used here. Oh, it's a lot of damage taken. Does go for another Vanish Cloak. Yeah, I think Vanish Cloak should have been the first thing he should have done immediately. Okay, Knight still got himself a human racial, does he's okay. Toxie does have a trinket, but like I don't really know if that's gonna help him. Burned through a lot of defenses here with eyes getting picked up yet again by AFK9. Toxie has burst. That's about it. He has cooldowns. That's about it. Guess he commit those though. Might have to. He might just have to bite the bullet and be like, alright, I'm doing it. Cheap shot. Got himself a bit of a go. It's going to be meta trinket. Garrote's a huge. Gives him a bit of silence. Full dots are in. FK9 is going to have to bubble it or he just dies. Boom! Woo! Toxie just had to go for it and he was able to pull it off. Woo! You gotta love it. I said he's got to bubble it or he's going to die. I didn't say it, chat. I warned him. Damn. That was so good. Yeah, so what happens is with Assassination Rogues, you have a talent that increases the bleed damage, but also if their bleed damage is more than the health bar or leftover health bar when you hit 10%, once you hit 10%, if those bleeds are big enough, bigger than the health bar or whatever's left over of your health bar, it's an immediate execute. Yeah, so you got too low. Icarus flew too close to the sun. Should have bubbled immediately. Didn't. And as soon as you got to 10%, immediate death. Yeah, it's crazy. Also, the whole talent, the way the Blizzard worded it, the way I have to explain the execute mechanic and how it works and why it just insta-kills, Blizzard could have just done like, hey, if you have full bleeds and they're at 10% health, there's a chance they die. Something like that. How do I find the group to join? They'll be in LFG. They'll be in LFG under Raids Legacy. Waiting for Johnny, waiting for Plush. If you guys need more bodies, let me know. Or if you're good, then you're good. If we got spots, also we can get you in. All Assassin Rogues can get it. Yep. Oh, every Assassination Rogue has access to that talent. No, I just said with the Big Envenom. So, Big Envenom probably helped it, but I'm assuming the bleeds also helped just seal the deal, right? Or was it straight up just a fat crit? Was it the fattest crit in the world or something? Now I want to know. Now I'm interested. Looks like both... Yeah, looks like both teams still got bodies. Also, we can get you in when we got a spot, man. When we got a spot, we'll get you in, right? For now, team's all full. The Buxton's offered to win. If he gets to play, man. If he gets to play. If he gets spots. We'll send it, see if it goes, unless like Johnny will push near more bodies. His Venom hit 1.3 million, it was all bleeds. Oh yeah? It was a lot of damage that happened all at once, that's all I can say. That, I think, in Venom puts you definitely under 10% health easily. And put your health lower than the duration of those bleeds that probably got the kill. I'm assuming it happened really quickly, all in a single like snap. Either way, well done, well done. Glue Sticks is inviting me. Ooh. Oops. I'm gonna re-queue. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna try to re-queue. Like 5 game pieces out to make it fair for everyone. Wait, you actually took off gear? What do you mean? No, keep the gear on, man. The gear stays on. The plate or armor stay on. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one going here. Yep. That was a hell of a match, though. Hell of a duel. 680 something. There we go. Not even sudden demise, and Venom killed you, not even sudden. Oh, was it? If you just have a piece of time, please give me how you should play Outlaw now with the talents, if not ambush. Let me read that again. Now, if you have just a piece of time, like a little piece, like a piece of cake, but it's time. Please give me how you should play Outlaw. Well, how do I give how you should play Outlaw? I can make a guide, and the guide will tell you how to play Outlaw. I can't give you a piece of time of how you should play Outlaw, unfortunately. I don't have that as a currency, not yet at least. Which? Lemon on the Monk? Yo, Lemon on the Monk, see me a trinket versus FK9 who got Blessing of Protection? Oh, wait a second, the bomb ain't stopping nothing. Hold on, the man may need a bubble shield to manage to follow. Ooh, Monk's buffed up by 13%. Dude, they juiced up Monk. That might be a bubble out of FK9. You got him some Blessing of Sync. Bubbles it up. I think for Monk, Lemon might be over. Might be Lights. Got him some bit of defenses. Diffuse as well as a Fort Brew. He's trying to see if he can stay alive as best as possible. It's really coming down to the wire. Could be anyone's game, honestly. Only thing that FK9 has is a way to break out of a stun. I don't even know if he really needs it. Stun into Lemon. Is it going to be enough? Needs a little bit of damage. Lemon with an incap. Do you have enough damage? You have like no health. Slicer wins. Blind to follow. Both are so low. Wake of Ashes. Oh! The fact that you're alive is crazy, and Nadi is going to be up next immediately. Do you have a lay on hands? Do you have a lay on hands? Do you have a lay on hands? Because you may need it. Trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. These bleeds are going to be brutal. The Pharaoh's nowhere near to interrupt you at least. Unless he charges at you. Does go for a lay on hands at the end of the day. Does go for a lay on hands, unfortunately. What's up, Bossy? How you doing, my guy? Welcome, welcome. Nadi does get himself a full incarnation opener stun onto 9 with the stun to follow. Trick it out for Nadi. Full bleeds are up onto FK9. He has nothing left defensively. Shield of Vengeance, but he might have enough damage just to power on through. Nope, the bite seals the deal. The bite with bleed sealed the deal. Holy moly. With Ella going to be up next. Charger now got himself a little bit of that dot damage going on with a stun onto Nadi. If you got just a full immolation aura dot build, I think you probably could just win with that alone, right? Definitely going to play around that. I don't know if Elo knows exactly what that build is, but definitely would have tried, man. I'd give it a try. Trying to go for a proper hunt onto Nadi, but not able to avoid it. Letting the Blaze rock down Elo with that stun, I think he secured himself victory. Elo realized their health is like, you know what? I need to go, but doesn't matter. Farrell letting the Bleeds do it. Leapt in for a quick bite. Taking him out, man, really, really quickly. Do it, Dial Outlaw Guide for Season 3. I definitely want to do it. I was hoping to be able to show off some of the different like mechanics with tier pieces over in PTR, but they took down PTR realms for 11.2, man. It's all prep for a midnight announcement and 11.2.5 internal build, which is literally what the servers are called. One is a showcase, probably showcasing housing for the midnight announcement, and the other is like 11.2.5 internal build, secret blizzard build, shush hush hush hush. Don't say nothing to nobody. But they can't publicly. You can't access it, but you can see that it's there. You know what I mean? Can't find PvP groups. Right now, the groups are not listed. I'll see if they were listed after this, if they need more bodies, man. We're on the listing if we need more bodies. But yeah. Blush is out and about roaming. Nadi. I was gonna call you Iliad. Actually, maybe your name is not Iliad. I like Nadi. I like naughty. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Iliad, but I like naughty. Cheap shot to follow. Got us on full burst back to back. Cheap shots yet again. A full secret technique. DFA, is that enough? What was that DFA damage? Was that the most delayed hit? I was like waiting. He landed. Hellbar doesn't move. Give it a few seconds. Hellbar just absolutely plummets down to dirt. What the hell was that? Full dots are in plus. Ain't no way to live. This ain't no way to live plus. Look, Shadow's got himself advantage, trying to see if he can turn around damage on Toxie. Toxie does not have a trinket. If you haven't solved a proper setup, this is your last chance. Last chance, you gotta vanish to give yourself a shield. It doesn't matter. Shields don't protect you from the execute. Unfortunate. Goers is up next. Toxie without a trinket. 3 minutes into the match, almost 4 minutes. Dampening not super high. If you rush him right now, you might be able to hold on. And Toxie looking for a full reset. Got himself deathmark in case he needs to. Something keeping him dotted though. Probably dots from plush, I'm assuming. Like a rupture or something. Is gonna go for a bit of a reset. Goeris has eyes in case he needs to. Earth Elemental available too. Yep, sapped up on the eyes. If only you can let that Earth Elemental control it and like have it attack Toxie. If only. Lasso out for Goeris though. With an Ascendance to follow Toxie with an evasion. Try to see if he can control the damage out of Goeris. With a Disarm, actually might be able to do it. That is going to shut down some of the damage. Wall out for Goeris. He is still bled up. That is a full death mark. Kingsbane could follow up through into a full Cloak of Shadows. Toxie is actually avoiding a lot of damage from Goeris. Still got a wall for a second. Kingsbane is in play. This may be able to take out Goeris. It does get him low enough to execute him. Toxie holding the fort, man. When the Smurska gonna be up next? I was just trying to see if you can get himself some sort of a setup, man. But yeah, got us out Toxie with a bit of a reset under the pillar. The Smurska is out in the open. I think he just tried to let Toxie get an opener on him. I think he's like, you know what? He doesn't have a trinket. I do. I'm probably just trying to run on him. However, for Toxie, if you can wait 25 seconds on that Kingsbane, he might be okay. Eyes are available for the Smurska. You want to pick him up and like vanish so you can find him without him getting an opener on you? That is an option. You still can do this thing as a rogue, is if you pick up the eyes and then vanish, you have the sight, but you're in stealth. They can't see you, but you can see them. That's been a thing since like ever. I don't think that's how it's supposed to work, but it's just if you time it right, yeah, you can just pick it up, vanish. They can't see you, you can see them. Oh, and Toxie instead is just gonna clean up good. The Smurska is like, alright, I want you to get the opener, and he's slowly but surely putting the dots, putting the bleeds on him, putting disease poisons on him until they get critical. What was that? I honestly thought it was gonna go on a little longer than how long it went, but there it is, man. Let's get another one going, boys. Uno mas. Flushed and Leo, let me know when you guys are ready. We'll get another one going. Maybe last one for the night, potentially. Also, my fleet should be being delivered here soon, hopefully. Looking for blades, probably 5 mil. Yeah, it's crazy. John is ready. Plus, let me know when you're ready, my guy. Yeah, that Death was kind of nuts, man. Oh, we got a spot. Hold on. Alpha, if you want to join, we got a guy with a spot. They're gonna list it in a second. Plush needs 2 more bodies, so you can join them. You don't need to be added on Real ID. You just join a group at LFG. He'll have it listed, I imagine, in Raid's Legacy. Yeah. You don't need your Real ID. You can just join in through the group, man. Whenever, here we go. It's listed under Molten Core. So if you want to join him, you're more than welcome to. Rest in Hell, yes. Here we go. Letting Rest in Hell know how to join. So Rest in Hell is also going to join up. So you got to join quick, man. You got to sign up quick. Then raid pre-made group Raid's Legacy. Well, let's groups there. Yeah, we usually do there because if you do custom, it doesn't let you do cross-faction in custom. Unless... No, it still doesn't let you do cross-faction in custom, which is super lame. Super lame. DQ, seriously? The Q popped up. What do you mean? It was there in Molten Core. Are you sure you're in EU region or not in A region? I'm in Raid's Legacy on the Molten Core. You gotta find it on the Molten Core. So you can type in Molten Core and you can see all the goods that are for Molten Core. Yeah, I showed it. I had on stream for a reason, so you guys can see it. We're not able to get in. I mean, there's always another time, my guy. No worries. What arena do we do? One last one till we're on, but I don't see it on my screen. But I didn't see it on my screen. You gotta. I mean, we're looking for molten core. It will also be another question like, are you sure you're an EU region and not NA region? Because maybe like if maybe you got the two confused and you just didn't see it, or I don't know. Actually, no idea. But it was there. Like Rest in Hell was able to find it. He had to look up himself. Farseer also find the group in LG as well. I'm gonna use Swedish. Okay. Yeah. It I don't know. It just usually listed on the molten core. That's all. And it should show up. Maybe it's your language preferences. I don't know if you have like all the languages selected on EU side of things. But you got to make sure all the languages are ticked up. English and all of them. Just so you can show up with groups for all the other regions or whatever. I don't know if I saved this one. But this is probably gonna be the last one for the night, boys. I gotta get some food at some point, man. I gotta get food. And some work done. Hopefully kill Kaveza tonight. This would be great. Twitch. Got ourselves. I'm missing somebody on team 1, but hopefully they'll be okay. We got Lemon on that team. We got Asaya. We got Hoka. We got Toxie. And Lemon gonna be first on up. Versus Not Rest in Hell. Gladiator Mount looks good on you, bud. We got Farsi and Smurska Plush. And Elo gonna be first up versus Lemon. All Elo's gotta do is actually just play the emulation build, and then you just win. I think if Elo does that, they'll literally just win. Double stun onto Lemon. That's an opportunity for you to get some of those demons are just rocking in. Lemon is just gonna back up out of there completely. Full Hunter on the corner, but oh, you still are able to connect. Technically, it has this like range charge thing to it. Ring of Peace does stop it, but that root still connects, and I'm pretty sure the dot of Hunt also connects. Hopefully. Does get him some big clear, potentially trinket here. Lemon with a slice and wins. Lots of damage onto Elo. Elo needs to make sure to blur it. Does blur it. That is going to be fear onto Lemon. And you're kind of low in health, so you got to kind of put him out in the open, maybe potentially fly up into the air. Try to see if you can avoid him until next stun combo. That's like the only thing Elo could do. Darkness down. Oh, yeah. With that darkness, it's... I'm pretty sure when you knocked him up into the air, he was technically out of darkness, where he couldn't protect you. Stumble, Rest in Hell, Karma reversal into Rest in Hell. Try to see if you can just control Lemon. Stuns into a Sigil of Fire. Is going to be a flying up in the air. Try to see if you can bombard it from the sky. That Karma is still going to reverse some of the damage back to you. Switching the attention onto Zwen. Can still maybe get some damage onto Lemon, but you're taking so many hits though. Oh, Rest in Hell. Back it up out of there. Try to be Rest in Hell, not Rest in Peace, man. Don't want to be Rest in Peace. You're in touch of death range though, unfortunately. Stun. You have another combo. You got yourself some souls you can bring back up into Alexu, but I don't think the Alexu connected. I don't know how the Alexu did not connect. I beam out for Rest in Hell. Stun short on a Lemon. Slice him with Safala. Does back up out of there completely. Blade Dance. Needs just a little bit more damage. Lemon at no health. Neither Rest in Hell. Metamorphosis right in. Does he have enough? Blade Dance. Oh, they got each other down. That was so cool. They got each other down. Blade Dance into what? Fist of Fury or Rolling Dragon Punch or something? I think that's what it was. Hoken is going to be up next. Knocking Smurska immediately on the opener. Does go for a pet sack. That's going to be Feign Death to try to see if he can avoid the damage of the Secret Technique, which actually he does. If you can feign the Secret Technique, that's a lot of damage you can avoid. Full burst on Smurska. Black Arrow, look at that damage! Woo! He just needs to give himself a couple of hits with Black Arrow and he'll be fine. Star Trap, huge. Get some damage. Get some damage, bud. Get some damage, bud. You'll have Hunter's Mark. You can still see him. Get some damage, bud. Get some damage. Get some damage. Rapid Fire. Do you have another big go here? Blind is a rogue trying to see if he can shut down the burst of Hoken. Into a disarm. Kid shot right after. Does have a trinket. Does go for a trinket. Freezing trap. Trinket follow. You can go for a biting shot. You know he's going to be on you. You know he's going to be on you. Cheap shot for a second. Feign Death for a moment. Try to see if you can avoid some of that damage. Charge shot for a minute. You go for a stun. Evasion. You got to stun him in order to be able to get through the evasion. Biting shot? No, not biting shot. Turtle shell. He's kind of have to be very, very careful. Flare down, slow down onto the Smurska, but the Cloak of Shadows does clear him of the Hunter's Mark. So unless Hoken can land himself a volley, not going to be able to catch him. Maybe an opportunity to go, yep, full camo, set up some traps all over the arena. Let me pick up eyes and try to see if you can find the Smurska. Damn. As the Smershka tried to see if he can get himself a better angle. Flare down, getting caught out. Get hit with a slow. As he got himself freezing trap to follow step. Scatter. Freezing trap is basically not going to get much value. Oh, yes it does. Never mind. It does slow him down just enough. The volley by itself. The rapid fire is doing a lot though. Doing a lot, man. Stun around the corner. Do you have the damage though? Do you have the damage? Because this Smershka used to find a way to lock you down. Shadow Blades, everything is available. Hoken, you gotta get yourself Feign Death in between of this. Or the Smershka just ends it right here. Secret Technique, you do Feign Death with Secret Technique. Freezing Trap just to slow down to the Smershka. It is actually full, not DR'd or anything. Double tap and everything is available. Hold on a second, vanish. You still have Hunter's Mark on him. You have another volley. If the Smershka pokes out here, he is dead. If the Smershka... Sap! Sap! I honestly thought he was still in combat. I'm surprised. I'm surprised. Scatter for a second into an explosive shot, into a big aim shot, drop it down a freezing trap with a Hunter's Mark. You just need another go. This Smershka, I actually think this Smershka is crawling that victory back little by little. Flagellation. If only he had blades. Hauka does not have a trinket. Feign Death can be used maybe for that secret technique. Feign Death. Oh, Feign Death's it. Needs a heal. Wall. Could have grounded a lot of damage. Stunned short onto the Smershka. Got himself a big volley. Needs a binding shot or something, anything. Disarm as he's going for full go. Scatter, trinkets, freezing. I don't know if you're gonna live this guy. I don't know if you're gonna live it. That Smershka was gonna do everything he could in his power to not let this hunter out of his sight. Man. Man. What is up next? Is it gonna be Toxie? It is gonna be Toxie. Alrighty. Rogues, rogues, man. Last time that Smershka walked to Toxie, he got fully blood up. I get another time with some rumors. Yeah, man. I think we're not going to be able to get in a group tonight, man. This is the last one for the night. So next week, though, yeah? Next week. Welcome to join us and join the groups in LFG. Toxic just throwing in poisons at this Smershka. I think he's just dead. Cloak. Blades. Will they be enough, though? Will the blades do work? He is bled up. Vanish. He is able to stay above the bleeds. Toxic did not go for Death Pact, however. Or Death Mark. But the Smershka, I think he's still blown up. Does catch him with the cheap shot. Hold on. Is this the turnaround for the Smershka? The turnaround he's looking for. This is the play. Unless... Oh, he does get it clean. He does pick it up clean. Well done. Well done. WoW going to be up next. Got himself a little bit of heal with the mount up. The Smershka. I mean, it's really up to the rest of Team 2 to try to find a way to take down Saya. You guys are going to have to throw all your cooldowns at him to get bubble bop and everything out of him. If the Smershka can somehow have the game go into higher dampening, it's going to make it harder for Saya to recover. Cool mount. Actually, a really cool mount. Big fan, man. Big fan. And they got some cool mounts coming up for the Omega Raid, too. I don't think they're as cool as a T-Rex. Or as unique as a T-Rex, but they got some cool stuff either way. Because I don't think we've ever had a T-Rex mount, and that is our very first T-Rex mount in the game. Pretty awesome, honestly. It's going to be a full dots onto the Smershka. Disarm out for Saya. As he's trying to see if he can get himself some damage. You got to be in a Smershka like no health whatsoever. With a, what's it called? Dawn Light melting him and just a couple of hits. Yeah, Saya just picking up Blessing and Sank to make sure the Smershka cannot get him a stun. Maybe you can meld, maybe you can gouge, maybe you can just have a go and try to see if you can force any cooldowns out of him. I think that's about all this Smershka can do. He's just trying to go for a cheap shot with blades and looking for a reset. Vanish in a few seconds. Maybe that is the play. Wake him ashes? He didn't find him. He didn't catch him. I was thinking, what if that just leeches him? Maybe a sap? Woo! You can prolong the game and get the dampening super nice and juicy and wait out for a couple of defenses for you. Saya knows exactly where you are. There's no point of hiding from him. He knows exactly where you are. Unless you can sprint from him. Look at him go, dude. He's even rushing at you. He's like, he's ready, dude. He's ready. He's charging at you. Looks like the eyes fall off, though. Eyes did fall off, unfortunately. And Smershka is actually looking like he's catching himself up a nice little bit of a reset here. Stunned by Saya with a wake of ashes to follow. Dawn Light on Smershka. Cloak of Shadows. If you have any chances to have a go there, it's going to be a blessing of saying stop and a lot of that stun lock action with a disarm right after him. Farseer, if it's you next, man, you got to get in there and get as much cooldowns out of Saya. Yeah, maybe potentially if you get enough, Plush might be able to go and finish it. Might be able to go and finish it. Right now, as a team, you guys' whole operation is to try to see if you can take down Saya. And for Saya, it's up to him to try to see if he can potentially fight all three. Look at this guy, the Farseer with a nice honorable bow, giving Saya a chance to fully recover. But as soon as he walks at him, immediately hitting him with the frost shocks, hacks to follow. Slows him. I don't even know what the slow is for. Actually, Saya is slow to smithereens. Maelstrom with a full ascendance is going to go for immunity. Farseer does get himself a wall. Could go for a burrow. Just going for heals. He's recovering a lot of healing and 46% dampening though. How are you healing at this much dampening? Trinkets to follow. Knocking down Saya with a high mounted racial. Oh, not a second. The high mounted racial is so good actually. It gives you a charge. Lets you run away and knock the guy down. It's huge. Got himself the root totem. With a fire elemental around the corner. Short stun onto Saya. Do you have any procs? Saya's away from a pillar. Let's put him in a bad spot. Hex is trying to get some damage going. Trying to go for big heals. Does Farseer have the damage he needs? Got him some big bulwark. Saya with a lay in hands. Does he have a bubble? He does have a bubble. Farseer does go burrowing down, but it doesn't matter. The dots do take him down. Bubble is the only thing that he has. And Plush, he's actually going to give him the proper honor duel. I think Plush is trying to see if he can farm some karma right now. Straight up farming good karma. 100% he's farming good karma. He's like, you know what, Saya? You better remember this in the future. If there's ever going to be a duel and I am limping and you're next, you better be giving me the honor duel, man. Better be giving me the honor duel. He's not, I don't think he's doing it to make sure he get himself a proper honor duel here. I think he's trying to make sure he's trying to get himself an honor duel secured in the future. Good karma, right? Paying forwards. Paying it forwards. Because he could have rushed him. Blessing a Sank, he knows he has to be very, very careful with the CC. Cannot go full stones on the Saya. Saya has a bubble. He's probably going to have to burn it immediately. Plush did end up trying to click a shadows here really early. Vanish off of Plush to give himself a little bit of defense. He got him some blades. He doesn't want to go for blades just yet, though. I think, honestly, maybe just going blades and getting a bubble out of Saya might have been the play. Might have actually been the play. I think you have to. I don't think you can hold back. Saya does pick up the eyes, so you should be able to see Plush around the corner. Does see him. He knows exactly where he's at. He can't reach him. Gotta reach him. He knew exactly where he was, but he just couldn't reach him. Oh, I think that connected. That did connect. Vanish? That was a very, very, very ballsy vanish. I think it would have been fine resetting. But Saya looking to pick up another set of eyes. Blush has a trinket. He doesn't have a cloak of shadows. He does have a meld, but he could cloak meld to at least run away from Saya. Nope. Shut the vengeance. Never mind. Saya does pick up 3. Saya does pick up 3 at the end of the day. Well done, well done. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Are we done or going one more? I think we're done, right? I kind of would do one more, but I do need food, man. I do need food so badly. I think we're going to call it. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching the Duels, boys. I appreciate you. Super fun hanging out with all of you for them 5V5 1v1 Duels, yeah? Super fun, boys. You guys have a wonderful one. I'll definitely be working on some guides over these next few days. I think my next guide, if I do well tonight, might be a boss guide on Kaivezam. How to defeat the boss over as a delve boss. If I can get a good clean pull. I need like 11 minutes of just focus, which sucks. Literally 11 minutes of just straight up raw focus. It is awful. I hate it. And Brand keeps dying, which sucks too. But yeah, well, life is hard to play with 100, 150 energy. It is not that bad, Justice. You really get used to it. Once you get enough haste, you'll feel fine, my guy. See you all next time. Yo, thanks, DK. Appreciate you, my man. You are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have a good one. Thank you all so much for watching. Tomorrow's duels, however, are going to be in NA region. Wish us luck. Hopefully NA will come out to get some games played. Worst to worst, if like in an EU homies. EU homies. If you guys were going to be here tomorrow, and if for some reason tomorrow NA cannot get duels in like in an hour, I might try to see if we can scrap together a quick group for a couple of duels on EU. That is a possibility. Not guaranteed. I'm just saying, NA's been out of practice for a while. I don't know how these are going to go. Maybe they'll go well. Maybe they won't go well. But I'm hoping. We'll see, yeah? Alrighty, but with that done, you guys have a good one. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. I'll definitely see you guys for stream tomorrow. But yeah, thank y'all. You guys are wonderful. I'm gonna get food, and I'm gonna go back to farming or get a farm by Kavezam. To be honest, I'll be the one getting farmed by her. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty. Peace.